Space Latinos! Welcome to episode 11, I think. It's been a while, but we are located in an ice market.
Thank you.
You guys are upstairs in the temple of Khionne, but it's actually a castle of Khionne. I don't know why I keep saying temple, probably because I'm a Zelda fan. And you guys just beat a Reaper downstairs. You were upstairs in servants' quarters. You found loot. You found evidence that somebody lived here. They're gone now. And...
Or are they?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Spoiler alert.
Oh, no. You guys have free reign. You've already looted this room.
Yep.
So, is there another exit from this room apart from the entrance from which we came?
No. Good question.
Okay, so we gotta go back.
Yeah. The key melted upon using it.
Uh-oh.
That's right. There were multiple doors and we picked one.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Okay, it's not coming back to me. It's not coming back.
Yes, back in the original foyer, there was a left and a right. You chose right. The left one would not open without a key. The right door opened freely. You went down that way and down a hallway and came across the first door, and it was locked. You used the key on that one.
Gotcha. So now that we're back in that hallway, I presume there's another direction other than the way we
Correct.
came.
So the hallway keeps on going and bends out of sight.
Ooh, let's follow it.
Gotta go that way.
Absolutely. Dun, 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 dun.
Everybody give me a frostbite check.
I have ice resistance.
Ooh, me
Nope.
too.
Me too.
It's because we got our cold weather gear, yo.
9.
Seriously, does it help? I have 10% ice resistance because I got the cold weather gear.
Me too.
Oh wait, it specifically said something about immune to frostbite.
Perfect.
Same.
Oh, mine too.
Perfect. So Jeff, frostbite check.
I rolled a 17.
Okay, you
That's
resist
dope.
frostbite check.
Oh.
You guys get around the corner, realize there's another corner, so you're basically rounding the border of the room you were just in. So you round twice and immediately have to come to a stop because the rest of the hallway is caved in, and you're like, what the shit? But then also you're seeing a little paper flap in a slight breeze that doesn't exist,
What?
like a dead hand.
Where's the paper?
And also, directly right, like just right of that cave-in, the wall seems to be... The first impression you get is like it's made of light, when in reality it's made of pure ice.
With the light shining through.
And everybody give me a cutting check.
Bizarre.
11.
7.
6 plus 2.
12.
And Goromir, with your naturey knowledge, and Pyra with your icy knowledge, you are aware that ice doesn't look like that normally. That's weird. Why is that ice shining? Could it be that there's a light shining through? That Trevor knew, but Dionysi didn't know. Sorry.
Blinded by the light.
Wrapped up like a douche.
What do y'all do?
Go around.
I'm gonna announce my knowledge to the party. Like,
Oh, thank you.
this light shining through this wall of ice.
Oh,
Does that mean that this thin ice? Can we break it?
You're on
Yes.
thin ice.
It's
I'm always on
it's
thin ice. I
most
live on
likely
thin ice.
either fragile or extremely high quality ice.
I can burn it.
Or magical ice.
Melt it. Heck, if everyone is
Said
Yeah.
Pyra has a
amenable.
cough. You have a cold.
Are you getting sick? Are you coughing a lot?
Possibly.
She like
I just
sneezes
really
and fire
wanna
comes
burn.
out.
I'm actually gonna try to just like smack it with the sword first.
Why didn't
Like-
I think of that?
Like doing like a pommel strike or something.
What sword are you using?
My ethereal one.
It's more. Oh.
You didn't make the noise.
I will try my non-ethereal
so you don't
one
well
out
you
to-
so you don't break it in case if the ice wall is like hard to
If
break
it makes
through.
it too brittle.
I have a clear cleaver.
Well, I rolled a
Even
2,
more
so that
likely to
didn't
break.
It also doesn't work anyway because you didn't go... Pssh.
Oh,
I
yeah.
already went bzzz when I first summoned it.
You didn't go... Okay.
Don't touch it!
Oh,
There
God.
go your fingers.
Damn it, Leia.
They're cars,
Um,
though, so that's good.
You guys don't have any clue what else is going on because you almost broke your lightsaber on ice. Pyra, what do you do?
I zap it like fiery, right? Can
Yes.
I zap it?
Yes. You instantly zap it and see that you've made a kind of a cubby as a result, but it's obvious that it goes into the wall. In other words, you're making progress into something, but you cannot proceed with that minor magical action.
What if you keep doing it over and over again?
I can
If
do
we
this
spend
all
the
day.
next 3 days just you zapping the wall. Yeah, right.
You know intuitively that if you were to use one of your main actual spells, you could probably flamethrower this shit down and into whatever is behind.
So, burn mana if you want to get through.
Chewing.
How much mana do I have?
Your
Oh,
code.
I still have 28. Sure.
Oh,
I will cast fire.
Prove it.
I do not like.
Finish him.
But thank you.
11.
That is a D12,
Oh, it
darling.
is, isn't it? Don't look.
Even better.
16.
So I've listened to the last recording a few times, and I laugh every time. I actually I was working, and then I hear you go whoop, 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 and I'm just like, oh my god.
I forgot about that.
That's my girl.
Pyra, you Kamehameha wave with a fire blast, essentially your Ken from Street Fighter, and you just keep going as you extend your
Kind of
flames
sexier.
through this ice wall, and you're kind of surprised by how far you are able to go before it finally opens up. And thank God it did, because your wrists are actually hurting with how much MP you're using for this minimal spell, so it finally just kind of extinguishes when you're just you can't hold it anymore. I want to ask the three of you, since you're all behind her, theoretically, hopefully you're not standing in front of her flame.
Oh, ouch!
Do any of you investigate this paper that was in the debris of the rubble? Okay. Dionysia, you find a piece of paper that is handwritten. You can tell that either this person had bad handwriting, or they were male. And they...
Not mutually exclusive.
And the message says... I'm getting real sick of her bad playing of all those instruments that Apollo gave her. Why do we have to keep listening to this musical garbage?
Jeez.
Skrillex?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
But
My apologies to you, Skrillex, if you're one of our listeners. We love you.
The paper is literally like transcribed, like wow, 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 wow.
Just however you would verbally describe dubstep. Just the onomatopoeia of it.
Yeah.
sorry,
Wah, 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 wah,
Caleb.
wah, wah.
Pyra, you see you are in now a cavern consisting of pure ice. The
In
ground is
another
powder,
language.
and the walls are
Some
all
form of
rather
English.
spiky, jagged, kind of claustrophobic. It kind of opens up, then recloses back in. There's different avenues or out pouches or hallways around you that kind of either dead end or curl out of sight. This is a very chaotic environment that you're not quite sure what's around the river bend. I mean, the walls, the frozen walls. What do you do?
I'll look back at my party and...
I'm just sitting
What?
there reading this piece of paper.
Remember.
Oh, what? Are we going?
Who is the player of instruments?
Khionne, one would presume.
How cavernous is this cavern behind the wall that we broke through?
You may bend your abdomen and just graze the top of the ice ceiling,
I don't like that.
but you will have to give me another ice
So,
frostbite
like-
check.
I mean, I don't want to go in there if it's a small enclosed space, but like, can we tell from where we are if like these little pathways go anywhere like distant, or is it just sort of like, or can we kind of like see through the ice a little bit that
You
like
can
dead
barely
ends?
see through the ice that this room goes on for at least some further distance that you can like explore in here. You're not quite sure, like you can't see an opposite wall or anything like that. It's tight, like it's obviously made magically. This does not look natural at all, and you don't feel anything nefarious in the ice. Not like it's gonna like suddenly grab you and skewer you and you're dead.
But it's still dangerous though because it's like
Enclosed
jagged,
space.
Yes,
like
it
Dagger
can be
ice.
if you move stupidly. Yes.
Let's not move stupidly.
I just
Fortunately, I have the belt of balance.
There
I
you
just
go.
don't really want to go in there personally.
Do you want us to
because-
scout it out a little bit to
Yeah,
make sure you
great.
can get through?
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Is
You're
it dark?
Gonna get lonely?
No, it's actually quite bright.
If you guys want to check it out, I can stay with.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sure.
Sure.
All right, I'll hang back with Ingormir if these two want to go scout it out a bit to make sure we can all get through.
Safe to
Lovely.
enter.
There is awkwardly one that leads directly to the right. You can go forward a little bit as a curve, and it like bends like a U-turn to the left, and then there's an awkward direction straight, but it's out of sight because there's a wall blocking between the boys and the girls. If that makes sense. Essentially a right, a left, and a straight. all in this tight enclosed area.
That's a lot.
Which direction do you think?
The straight one. Why not?
Okay. As you guys make your way straight, you can actually walk by the right path and see that it actually dead ends. You're just like, oh, okay. And then you
press
Oh.
one.
and then you
All
keep
right.
going, and as soon as you're about to be all like, we can look down the left path too. Wait, what's that?
Oh no.
And you look straight, and there's actually like a large cat.
Oh.
And as you're making your way forward, you're just like, hello. I mean,
Don't trust it. I'm not there.
the kitty cat does like a slight lithe spiral as it stands up and looks at you, and it quite frighteningly has the face of a beautiful woman.
Oh, it's gonna ask us a riddle, I bet.
How big is it?
It's as tall as a man,
Oh.
and it is encompassing the entire hallway that it's standing in. You cannot get past it.
Hello, beautiful cat woman man.
You're not there.
I know.
There.
Right?
Man, bear, pig.
Yeah. I just really want to say cat woman
Should
man.
we
Yeah.
go back and check out the other one and then report?
She has looked at you and winked at you.
It'd be weird if you're just like,
He lifts a
would be.
paw.
Just nope the hell out of that particular hallway.
Fuck.
Who are you?
that's
Oh, fuck
Legit.
it over there.
All right. We're doing it.
I am bored.
Oh.
Oh god, I wish I was there because all I wanted to say was nice to meet you, bored.
yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Will you entertain me?
What was entertaining you until?
I do love asking questions. Will you satisfy my riddle itch?
I suck at this.
What do we get out of it?
The way out.
Oh.
But the way is shut. Sorry, Lord of the Rings, my bad.
The way is shut.
Okay.
Love those movies.
I'm game if you want to.
Yeah.
She purrs as she said aloud, yes, Trevor. She says, yes, Trevor.
I wasn't here.
If you want to keep doing your thing, it's just I have a question when you have a moment.
You may do so now.
I was just going to say, if I were to use mental prowess, could I make a connection with my team members here? Or are they too far away now?
I will say that you would have little reason to because you're not aware of any danger. You're not hearing any screaming.
Fair deal.
Give me a cunning check to see if you can hear them talking to somebody. You do not.
Not even.
I will say that the ice will muffle, and the snowy powder down below them will muffle the sound.
I'll just chat with my buddy Angor here.
Okay. The Sphinx.
Hello.
The Sphinx says aloud, "Power enough to smash ships and crush roofs, yet it still must fear the sun. What is it?"
You can't. You're not there.
This is the worst situation to be in because I hate having a riddle told to me, and then the person next to me is like, "Oh," and I'm just like, "I'm a fucking moron." Like, I hate that feeling.
Sorry.
Anyway, power enough to smash ships and crush roofs, yet it still must fear the sun.
Just forgot how to use my own phone.
What is it?
My first thought was ice.
Me too, like an iceberg.
Yeah, iceberg.
As you mumble between each other, she says, "Yes."
Nice.
And immediately to your left, in this hallway that you're standing in, the three of you, there is a sudden opening in the ice that kind of opens like the Red Sea. And there is a doorway to your left. And she says, "Forgive me, that is not the way out. The way out is behind me. But perhaps you'll find another way down there.
What's through that door?
Go and find out, little cat."
Just kidding.
Thank you, big cat.
She purrs and then does that kitty thing of spinning and then laying down.
I kind of want a pet. But I'm not quite. It's a good thought idea.
No disrespect the Sphinx.
Okay, shall we continue?
Let's go.
Okay. We
You lead.
I will lead. Yes.
Two of you take 200 XP for answering the question.
Sick.
Do you proceed down into the left path without your companions?
Meanwhile, we're just back there, and I'm just like, so you're gonna go find that chick?
No, it says. Wah, 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 wah.
Should we go back for them?
What the hell is a bangarang?
Because we haven't really found out.
It's true. Not very far.
Sorry.
We can keep going.
Okay.
Just one more room.
Okay.
As you open the room, you're instantly aware that this hall that you're walking into has no snow in it whatsoever. It's not necessarily even that frozen, but it is very cold. Inside is a lazily sitting, picking its nose and its teeth at the same time, blue-white furred troll.
Hot.
And it draws all of your attention that you don't even care to look around the rest of the room, but you're just like as you see this thing, and it has not really acknowledged you yet. It's just
Sup, player? I say.
That is the hottest thing I've seen all day, Tommy. Thank you. It's like letting the boogers dribble down one finger so they can lick them up off of the other one.
Delicious.
It's part of a healthy, balanced breakfast.
Tasty.
ladies, what doth thou do?
I say sup, player. I already said
Give me a
that.
D20.
Okay.
He might speak Skrillex.
Oh no, 3. Do I have any cunning checks? Cunning points?
He did not hear you.
Oh, that's
Except the troll just stops picking his nose and teeth and just goes. Wah, 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 wah.
Is there anything else in here?
You take a moment to look
Distinguishes-
around. By the way, this troll, if he stood up,
You're
would
not sorry.
easily be about 8 feet tall.
Oh.
The name of this episode is goddamn
Yeah, he's not like a
Skrillex.
midget. He's very large.
We're talking cave troll from Moria.
You are seeing several small
Moria.
tables, some of them knocked over, and several chairs. And all around this room are various instruments. You even see in the corner of the room there is an obvious statue that you believe may be Khionne, but can't quite tell, and she is holding a stone sun.
Black hole sun.
Won't you come?
Sorry.
Oh, we've entered the sound garden.
Nice.
Should we go back and report to them?
I think so.
In case that
Nice.
thing's gonna,
Yeah,
just find us?
Just back up.
Okay.
Right back out the door.
We'll go report back to our
Both of y'all give me dex checks.
compatriots.
Wrong
Do
one.
I got a lot of
Yeah.
decks.
I can't count.
6
to
plus 6 is 12.
Nice.
16.
Both of you move
19.
quite well, except he
Both.
suspects that there might be someone there.
Oh.
And he looks over, but you guys are out of sight by the time he looks up.
thank
And he's
God.
like, I was gonna close that door. Back to picking.
Back to picking.
Back to mining my nose gold.
Mining for gold. Mining for gold.
You guys are able to make it your way back to the hallway, and you're just like, what do you say? And you're like,
Can I have a conversation with Angoramir before they get back?
go for it.
So,
Wah, 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 wah.
you got a date when we get back to Olympia?
Oh.
So is it blah, blah, blah?
Don't change the subject.
No, you changed the subject
No,
first.
no.
We were talking about the letter first.
Yeah, it's a letter. It's obviously somebody doesn't appreciate the niceties of music.
Well, I would just have to say that she would be Olympia's main attraction.
Oh.
Trevor, give me a d20.
Man.
Nat 20.
You are very aware that through the rubble that is behind your friend Angoramir, there is a masked doll-like face that peeks through the rubble and then disappears.
What the?
Hey, there's a creepy masked doll right behind you.
I look behind me.
When you look back, it is gone. You know that it is a pun police.
I don't see anything, man.
I'm sorry. I felt like
He's a pun police.
some greater power was trying to tell me something. So anyway, that hot centaur chick.
These two girls come through the cavern. They're just like, guys.
And you walk in on the words hot centaur chick.
What did we miss?
Mainly our conversation.
And Goromir, you feel the end of your tail being yanked.
I turn around very suddenly if I'm able to.
You suddenly take up the entire hallway and you hit your butt against Dionysia as she's pinned against the wall. What the?
I've been rear-ended.
Oh my god. Well,
It's my first defense.
You know, Undyne would love this.
That
Seeing
she
my
would-
butt pin you up against the wall.
I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
Undyne. I can't breathe.
so you guys have had fun while we've been away.
Oh, yeah.
See?
Yeah, did you find anything fun?
A sphinx.
As far?
Oh,
That's fun.
We answered a riddle correctly without your help. Thank
Cool,
you.
cool.
Okay.
Oh, well, very nice.
We found a path that led to a troll picking his bogies. So we came back just in case he was unfriendly.
Well,
I wanted to witness it.
I mean, I don't think I want to see that either.
I think it's the way out, unfortunately.
So what you
We
had?
wanted you to come with us so you can watch us kick ass.
And it's, so he's in a room full of instruments and
Wait, like
Statue.
I'll point to the letter. Be like instruments, huh?
and musical instruments, not penises. Thank you.
I don't look forward to going down this hall.
The
But-
room with the troll, was it bigger?
Yes.
I will if I must.
So there's no snow or ice or...
I will
And it might be the
suggest.
way out low.
I will suggest finding an alternate way if that's possible, but
So what?
I don't
there
think
was
we have much of a choice.
one room led to troll. What are the other? I see 3 ways. What were the other ways?
One is the dead end, and we didn't go down the last one.
The Sphinx wouldn't let us pass.
Oh, so you had dead end, sphinx, troll boogers.
Yeah.
And another one they didn't look down to the left.
Oh,
No.
oops. Okay.
So
So now there's 4 ways.
So look down that 4th way. If there's nothing,
Back.
troll away.
Sure.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Alright. You guys make your way into the cavern. Frostbite check.
Nope.
10.
It's a constitution.
It is Constitution.
13 plus 1 is 14.
Okay. You automatically win every Frostbite check.
But I like to roll.
That's fair. That's fine. Yeah. Alright. You guys make your way.
automatically win.
You make your way in, and Goromir, you are suddenly regretting the fact that you did not buy cold gear.
Hmm.
You look down that left path, and all of you give me a cunning check, please.
8 plus 2 is 10.
4.
8.
20.
Ooh.
Pyra, you see that there is another piece of paper that is at the end of this little way.
I'll make a beeline for it and try to pull it out.
I'll even say that it's actually sitting atop a table that is its corner is sticking out of a part of ice, meaning that this room was once some sort of something. The library, hall, you can't quite tell, but there is a piece of furniture in here, and the piece of paper is on the corner of that table, and you're just like, aha! You pick it up.
Smack my knee into the table. Ow!
And it says,
The table says.
the table says,
Hello there.
hello there.
I didn't even mean to do that. It just
All right.
comes out.
This is obviously written in a different script than the other written note.
Different handwriting?
Different handwriting.
Gotcha.
My lady seems different today. She paces her room as if looking for something lost. But when I ask, she brushes off my questions and beckons for more blankets. It is not uncommon for her to feel cold with her mortal-like flesh, but to see her so distressed by her frigid surroundings has become unsettling. That's it.
I read
The
that
only
aloud
heat
to
is
everyone.
through the power of dubstep.
That's so sad.
Exactly.
Alright. Give me 50 XP for picking it up and reading it. That's only to Pyra.
I didn't get it for the first piece of paper. It was pretty obvious to see. I didn't have to roll a check to see.
I was to say, it was literally announced.
Yeah. I'm an XP whore.
Oh.
Mostly just that second word.
So you guys hear this information. You may log it into your memory bank. You may add it to your journal log. Do you guys proceed into the troll room?
it's
We
connected
wanted
to
to
the
check the
troll
fourth way first.
That was the fourth way.
Oh, was the paper?
Yeah.
My
Is it
bad.
connected to the troll room? Or do we have to go
No.
back?
You have to go back a
Past
little
the
bit, do a
Room's
little
connected
U-turn,
to
and then
the
you go into the troll.
room.
Gotcha.
But as you guys make your way to the troll room, both boys over here now see the butt of the Sphinx because she's now curled up and sleeping. And you're just like, oh, you weren't kidding. Let's go kill a troll.
Have I ever lied?
Was that the Sva?
No. Yes. Yes, it
What's that
was.
this
The Sva was that? Swat, did you say?
So what was the riddle?
It was about ice.
You heard it.
She perks
We
up and
didn't.
says, would you like another?
Oh.
Oh.
Sure.
What do we get?
Another way out.
Oh.
Actually, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Throw bogey.
She stands up and says, new friends. That's fun.
Wouldn't want you to get bored.
I am so very bored. Violet, indigo, blue and green, yellow, orange, and red. These are the colors you have seen after the storm has fled.
Rainbow.
You say it aloud and she's like, wow, you're smart.
I have my moments.
And as her cat eyes blink shyly, a path to the right suddenly opens in the ice and she's like, that was overly easy for you. I should think of something better.
I was like I wanted to say rainbow, but you just beat me to it. Like,
Okay.
'cause I was like, that's too easy. And I'm like, oh, that's right. Okay.
Yes.
Trevor, 200 XP.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Nice.
Sorry, I should have waited for
moves-
collaboration.
Your mouth moves faster than mine. Congratulations.
Just like hardcore wink.
So, now there is the troll room and the sudden new door to the right.
Well, we should definitely go to the right.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Undyne? Okay.
Sorry.
You guys go to the right, and you open, and the door is actually like almost frozen shut. You have to really work at it to get it open. And once you do, you're crashing through, and there are 4 sets of eyes all looking back at you, and you see that you're in some sort of. It looks like a side entrance, honestly, but like it's a small hall leading elsewhere to a door on the other side. The hall's about 20 yards long at most, and the 4 people, one is on their knees, their hands and knees, and they're in rags, and they're a fetchling, and the other 3 are very dark skinned, almost ashen, and they're wearing crude armor of almost chitin-like material, and they have very strange weapons. One looks like a sword that's like made out of a saw, and one has like 2 commas, and like they're very untraditional weapons. And as you come in, they look at you, and the one standing right next to the guy in rags looks down at him, and he's like, so you set up an ambush for us? He's like, no, I swear that was an entrance, and I don't know I don't know them. And he's like, we'll deal with them, and then we'll deal with you. And he turns to you, and he's like, hi.
Hey.
What's chitin?
It's like the shell of like a beetle, like that weird hard exterior of an
Yeah.
exoskeleton. Yeah.
Cool.
Or it can be like a crab shell or any of that biological shell material.
Organic hard.
Organic
armor.
hard armor. Thank you.
Organic hard.
There's 2 products we can just start going all
Sorry, I
in one
cut
night.
you off, old buddy.
Organic and hard. No, that's okay.
He looks at you in his erection armor and says, what?
Oh, again?
Alright, the person in rags? Are they cold? I could give you my
I think you should go. But first, tell us, where's a way out?
We haven't found it yet, buddy.
Also, what the hell are you doing to that man?
no.
Never
Curious.
never you mind. What brings you here?
What brings you here?
What brings you here?
What brings you here?
I said first.
Are
Yeah,
you
but
cold?
I don't care. I am stubborn.
He raises his bone saw sword and says, I asked you first.
And Gormir,
Can I stop?
do you still have the sword out?
It's been out, man.
Do you mind showing off?
I just mimic what he's doing.
He's close.
The one with the commas gets into like an offensive stance. And I'm going to say there's another one with a hand axe that goes, "They're threatening us." And the one with the bone saw sword says, "I'm aware."
I was offering you my only protection against the cold. Ass.
I feel no cold.
Oh. Well, you must be cold and dead.
Only on the inside.
I understood that because I look at YouTube.
It never bothered me anyway.
Now I really... 2.5 Men was filmed in front of a live studio ostrich.
Frozen is the main of my existence, man. I swear to God.
And at the sound of a pun, they're like, "That's it."
I don't blame them, actually.
Bonesaw charges and hits you across the face with his bone saw,
Oh, ouch.
Shall I do the thing,
dealing
Tony?
you 7 damage.
Bonesaw's ready.
Yeah, I was really hoping that somebody would pick it up. Yeah, Bonesaw is ready.
All right. Well, how much damage did you do again? I'm sorry.
Spider-Man 1.
How much damage did you do
7
again?
damage.
6.
Comma Man chucks both of them towards you because you're the biggest target.
Right.
Woo!
Double crit?
Double ones.
Oh!
So I'm gonna say he threw them at his side. He's like,
Every time!
"Damn it!"
Every time.
And then his minor action is to pick up 2 more commas from his belt. He's like, "This'll work." And then
This
the
guy's got
hand,
so many more commas than a run-on sentence.
and the hand axe guy stands in front of
Thank you.
the rag man. And sorry,
The rag man.
inside joke. Listen to the rag man. It's an Irish ditty. Anyway, and he smacks the pommel of his axe into the rag man's face, and he's like, "Ugh!" And he's like, "Yeah, fatality." And he glares at you guys as you guys are about to fight.
Why did you
It is-
attack him?
It is player phase.
This place is a mess.
These guys are assholes.
They are. I think we should kill them. Who goes first?
What's on second?
You're all in melee range now because Bonesaw. So
Because Bonesaw.
Boom!
That's a really good reason for anything. Because Bonesaw.
Alright, I stab him with my sword. Oh, with a 2. That's unfortunate.
misses.
Fuck. Well,
Angora, man.
no.
Oh, I'm sorry, you have
I
another-
can
you have
use
another
my
weapon. Yeah,
cleaver
go on.
Because I have the dual wielding.
Sorry.
15.
It hits.
Like 7. Okay. Cool beans,
Are you
bro.
gonna burn them? Sorry, that sounded
Yes, but with lightning this time. I don't
Shake it
know.
up.
10 points
Yes.
of damage for him.
All right, Angoramir.
That did not go well.
I am not going to smite him. I'm just going to hit him and show him what a better sword I have than him.
Okay.
Hiya. 11 plus 6 is 17. It hits. Super.
I'd be really scared if it didn't.
Yeah. But I always got to check.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I do 14 damage.
Nice.
Okay. He is hit backward as you do so with such a satisfying impact. Dionysia, your turn.
Your turn.
So you said we're all pretty much in melee range, right?
Correct.
Pretty tight quarters.
Yeah, just in case, I'm going to use a minor action to activate my new Arcane Shield ability, expending one of the 4 charges. Oh, no, sorry. The 4
It has
charges
4 charges
activate.
in the ability. Yes.
That would be a fizzle, but my spell failure rate has gone down. So that casts. Thank you, God.
Very
God,
nice.
gods.
Yeah.
Gods.
Alright, so that brings me
Actually,
down.
thank you, nobody, because we're Enclave followers.
That's true.
Thank you, Mechanical Might.
Okay.
Thank you, nothingness.
Thank you, atheism.
Thank you, luck.
Yeah.
And then, I'm just gonna zap Bonesaw for... That would be... Damn, 13 unholy damage.
Ow.
You deal nothing.
Well, shit.
Pyra.
Yeah, well, motherfucking arcane shield. So.
I don't think this works.
I'm gonna call it Bug Zapper.
It's a dud.
Pyrrha.
This is hero. I was gonna zap. Was that just because the unholy damage? Okay. I'm gonna zap if he's still alive, the one who knocked out the other dude.
Cool.
Hand
The axe pommel guy.
Yes.
How much damage do you deal with that?
11.
11.
Level.
And you zap him and he's like, oh, what? I just hit him, not you. Jerk!
You
It
hit
is-
a defenseless dude.
It is enemy phase. Bonesaw tries to go for a gut slice on you.
Ooh, no.
What's your defense?
11.
He misses, unfortunately.
Well, he misses his gut slice, but his neck slice is a total success. Sorry.
Okay.
So there we were with a decapitated centaur.
And Goromir, you are dealt 11 damage from an impaled comma into your chest. And you are dealt 10 comma damage from across the room. Pyra,
10
by the
for
way,
me.
for the recording.
You said 10?
10.
Like
And then
music.
Axe Handle Man charges Pyra because he's like, not by fire. And he deals nothing because he rolled a 1.
Oh, man.
Damn. These guys are really good at what they do.
He does not drop his axe, but he looks dumb as he trips over it.
I almost feel bad fighting them.
I don't.
Player phase. A gate.
It's not my name!
Sorry. Egg.
Bullshit.
I thought you were half Gorgon, not a gate.
Short for egg and Targaryen.
How about Itaga? Forget it backwards.
Okay.
What am I gonna do?
Me gay, man.
Well, I'm gonna stab the guy who's mouthy.
That didn't narrow it down.
So you stab all 3 of them.
The one that hit the guy.
Oh, okay.
You know. That was nice. Ooh, 16.
Hit.
That's it. I'm gonna hit him again with my cleaver. Ooh, that was 11. 7.
Hit.
3!
A combination of 3 and 5.
12 with that one.
Not to
You
be
hit
confused
him-
with Threven, which is a combination of 3 and 7.
You hit him twice, and he actually has the gall to say, stop!
No.
And Goromir.
Stop.
That, I'll hit you more.
So, are we in
Segura!
your universe? I should say. Tommy.
My wife's more entertaining. What?
That's fair.
Okay, thank you.
Jinx's head just floats by like,
I'm entertaining.
I'm more entertaining. All right.
That's obnoxious to look at.
Probably obnoxious to have done, too.
I'm used to it.
In your universe,
In my universe.
are we aware of when things do not affect others, such as his unholy zap?
Too meta!
If yes,
No.
I will tell you. If no, I will not tell you.
So
a
I
good
didn't
question.
notice.
I did, though.
That was a good question.
You are... So when I proclaim it dealt no damage, that means that you are all aware that it did no
Oh,
damage.
all of us are.
Yes.
Oh.
I didn't know if
Super.
you, because you told me only Dionysius.
Well then, since unholy didn't affect it, I'm going to go ahead and take a wild stab at the fact that he's probably weak to holy.
Wild
And you-
stab.
Yeah. Okay, I don't want the pump police to attack me. This will just make the battle
That
heinous.
might be a bad habit.
Stop it! Stop it!
Dionysia, there is a hand that goes over the flesh of the hand covering your staff and tries to pull it back towards the wall.
No. Stop it.
I cast smite. And
Oh,
that's a 3, but I have improved casting. Yes.
Yes.
Ha, ha, ha.
It activates. Do
But
your
you're-
attack.
You idiot. Sick of your shit. And 10 plus 6 is 16.
It hits. As soon as you smite, as like activate the holy energy into your blade, his eyes go wide, and both of them start going like, "Oh God."
Oh, well, I rolled my attack already. I can't really take it back.
No, I'm saying in between those rolls, like when you
got
are
it.
just like activate the white energy.
Got it.
Both of them are just like, "Oh Jesus Christ, who doesn't exist? Oh God."
Well, I would have liked to have known that before I attacked.
Too late.
You're not gonna make Jesus a player in your game?
It's pronounced Jesus.
Because I would have
5
just.
space Latinos.
Because I would have just intimidated the fuck out of them. But instead, I'm gonna have to do lame damage.
That's
So
bullshit.
11 plus 14 is 25 holy damage.
You deal 50
Oh shit.
and kill Bonesaw.
Fuck.
Bonesaw's daddy!
Do you want to cut him vertically or horizontally?
I want to cut him diagonally.
Diagonally, his right
Like a
arm,
sandwich.
his right arm and chest fall to the ground as his legs suddenly just plop
Ew.
backward.
Awesome.
And his entrails
Like that
spill out
weird
all over the
new
place.
Pixar movie that's coming out with like the weird legs just running
Yeah,
around.
the
Oh.
dad, the half dad. Onward.
Oh shit. I forgot about that.
I like how unicorns are like these weird trash-eating, dumb raccoon things. It's pretty funny.
Okay.
I just like that. Your facial expression of the unicorn.
As
Dionysia.
what? As a minor action,
Oh.
I go.
Wasn't your minor action smite?
That's
No?
instant.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go. Stand down.
Both of them hear you, and then look down at their dead buddy, and go, "No, we're avenging him.
Well,
Your light is out."
if the universe would have told me that you guys were so afraid of my holy energy at first, he would still be alive.
Yeah, it sucks.
If only you had some kind of ability that let you see into the future. Sorry.
I don't use it for that. I use it for winning stupid arguments like at the beginning of the...
Like the gods intended.
I am a stupid fucking character. Sorry.
Oh, have some water.
I'm very entertained
Thank you.
with all of this.
Are you not entertained?
Is this not why you are here?
Emperor
Oh, my
Joker.
drink!
For Joker.
Yeah.
Emperor Hairlip.
Oh,
Hey!
I apologize,
Oh,
Tommy. I'm being
God.
fucking like hella
My
stupid.
heart.
oh man.
Oh, dude, it's fine. So am I. Dionysia.
Okay, so they're avenging their buddy. God, do I want to keep burning MP? Well, my unholy shit ain't gonna do shit.
Your unholy shit ain't gonna do what?
Shit.
Oh, okay.
If I were to look over at Angoramir and this one, Pyra, who have both taken damage, how they looking?
I would say based on ratios, he's been hit more often, but she probably is lower.
21.
You're fine. I'm just kidding. I'm going to... I'm going to cast Regen on Angoramir. That is a nat one. So, no, I'm not. Oh, fuck, that's mana burn. Shit ass.
Get those away from me.
I'm going to cast Heal on Angoramir. Don't you freaking dare. Okay, that casts.
Wait, what? You're gonna cast what on me?
I was going to cast Regen on you,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
okay.
I mana burn, so I just cast
You can't cast Heal.
Flash Heal, then.
I'll allow it.
Yay!
Because otherwise I would just been like, oh, I can't. Okay, cool.
Is it-
I'm going to use my instant to cast Flash.
Because in all honesty, I thought that's what you were going for anyway, so I'm just like, cool.
Do you want me to reroll? I don't mind.
No.
Okay, cool. Then 1d4 plus stuff.
Man ability, it
Plus
does.
have, you heal for 10. Well, that's some poopy.
That's so
Do I have anything for a minor action? I don't think I do.
Your minor action is resisting the hand that's trying to grab your staff away from you.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I gotta take off the
I'm gonna
mana
cast
for...
fire at the one who attacked me.
Do it.
11.
He meant do it.
Oh, I can't say because it's on the recording.
Yep.
I'll wait till after. All right.
Yeah, that was a pretty good moment, though.
I really thought you would. Like she was going to
Our
have that
viewers are
moment,
going to be so confused now.
but didn't happen.
Don't give a
Our
shit.
listeners, not viewers. Thankfully, we don't have viewers anymore.
It casts, and
Ugh.
please roll damage. See how much you have fired him.
Fired him.
15.
Sorry.
He dies. And now the Kama guy is left, and he's like, I have no weapons. I'm going to pick these up.
Ooh.
So he crouches down and picks up both of his weapons and goes, I'm going to go. Then starts making his way to the door on the other side of the hall.
But he hasn't completed putting together the clauses.
What?
Comma puts together two clauses to make a sentence. I mean, he needs a preposition, but...
But there's one.
He is fleeing. He is fleeing. What do you all do?
Well, I would say zap, but I cannot.
You can. It's
But it's unholy.
Oh.
He's wearing that armor too, so...
No, you can.
Where's he running to? We don't know how to get out.
There's a door on the other side of this hallway.
They got in this room a different way than we did, so... God knows where that leads. Probably not where we want to go, but...
I trample him.
Okay, I was going to chase after him and stab him, so...
I
mean,
chase.
they're not mutually exclusive. You guys can both.
Same time.
You first. You first.
17.
You charge down the hallway, stumbling over these two dead bodies in front of you, and quite literally pin him or tackle him into the door, causing him crush damage. What is your strength?
5.
And what's your weight?
A lot.
715.
Holy shit.
So just multiply 715 times 5.
I don't think that's what he was going for.
3,575 damage.
That's dead.
I don't think that's...
That's squash.
I don't
Could
think
you
that
imagine?
was the actual
Get him, like,
formula he was
the
going to
main
use.
boss of the campaign.
And I just
You
run
just-
into him.
Squash.
Like a locomotive.
I just check him.
I was thinking, per 150 would be 1 extra point. So 700 divided by 150, it's about 5, a little bit less
Yeah.
than 5.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
fine.
deal 10 crush damage total.
Cool.
I liked my 3,000.
I know you did. So you crush him, and you actually hear like a crunch in his spine between his shoulders. And as you pull away, he falls to the ground and goes, mean. Ow.
Almost getting really bad.
Well, I'm not one to let people suffer, so I step on his face.
Oh, man.
Strength check.
5. Oh, check. 7 plus 5 is 12.
You shove your front hoof into his mouth and push down to crush the back of his skull. And you put your foot out and into the snow and wipe the blood away and the spit, and you're just like, okay, I think we're done.
Some Game of Thrones shit right there.
Yeah, kind of. That kind of was scary.
He's got a centaur curb stomp, yo.
Good job, Paladin.
Well, to be honest, they were undead.
All of you receive 150 points.
Yeah, so what blood?
There was blood.
Oh. Oh.
There are 4 commas. There is a bone saw sword, and there is a axe that is about
Axe.
that's about 2.5 feet long.
Ask you a question.
We're being so mean today.
As we are.
I'm sorry.
While Ingormir's
You're not
off doing
sorry.
his thing, can I cast
I am a
heal
little bit.
on, what's her face?
No.
Oh.
Yes.
That's what I got.
He said no, I was just gonna wait with her.
There is a recording going on. Now they're going to think someone is really mad and knocking at my door.
I banged myself on this.
You didn't come to jury duty.
I'm sorry. That's not what they do.
I know.
That's not what they do. That's what the IRS
Send you a
do,
strongly worded letter. You heal for 16, darling.
Thanks.
This is strongly worded letter.
That was 150 experience, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Like I wrote it down. And I was like,
You had your moment of like doubt. Yeah.
It was an accent of what?
A hand axe. It's about 2.5 feet long. There are 4 commas, which are like miniature hand scythes, which were meant for farming and cutting and whatnot. And then there is the bone saw sword.
I'll have a comma.
It is a 1d4 weapon that can be thrown.
Do you need healing still?
what?
Do you need healing still?
Well, I'm down 6
Thanks,
points.
buddy.
You're welcome, buddy.
I'm okay.
Yeah, 6. I might conserve a little MP until you need
That's
them.
that's fine.
There's more commas.
Also, I heard that commas are actually throwing weapons. I had to say it. Sorry.
It's not your game.
I mean, that guy tried. You can see how well it went
It's a
for
reference.
him.
It's a reference to an old
It's a
game.
callback. Come on, I had to.
Sorry.
I mean, it worked so well for the guy in the chitin armor.
Damn it!
When I did the Hunger Games solo campaign,
He had never, ever held a comma before, so he's like, so this is a throwing weapon.
I tried to convince literally everyone that I came across in that game that it was a throwing weapon.
Did it come
And
out
they
of
looked at you
cornucopia?
like, you are so dumb.
Yeah,
Oh god, you're murdering me.
which is okay because I was like,
Killing them.
yeah,
You were just Conan the Barbarian.
yeah, I was like,
Freaking wrecking house.
Alright,
Yeah.
cutscene. You guys make your way to the ragged man who's on the ground wearing rags, and he's raggedly breathing in his rags, and he looks up at all of you with misty eyes, and you can tell that he was dealing from some sort of ailment as they brought him in here. You can't quite tell if it was a wound, or a poison, or an age, or the cold, or can't quite really tell, but you can tell that he's fading. He looks up at all of you and says, "She's gone. The castle's collapsing. You must get out."
Can I try and get a read on what's messing with him
Mhm.
as a healer? Queensland healer. 13. Does I get any bonuses or is it just reroll?
It's a magic. It's actually no. This would not be because this is not something that you have felt before.
Okay.
It is actually something kind of akin to when you guys spent time by that pool leading into the underworld, theoretically.
Oh.
That same sort of feeling of doom and this absolute power of the end of life
This guy's
is-
going and he ain't
is
coming back.
emanating inside of him like there's a tumor, kind of,
Ugh.
that you don't know how to heal because it's unreachable. Does that make sense?
Basically, I'm getting the feeling the underworld already has a stake in this guy.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
That's exactly what I mean.
Yep. Okay. I just kind of look at everybody and shake my head. You're talking about Khionne?
My lady Khionne. The Reapers are after her soul. To keep her from you.
Us? What are they doing? What are the chitin men doing here?
He is gone.
Never mind.
I was gonna ask if you didn't want to suffer anymore, but so much for that. I can stomp on your skull if you want.
That is a thing that I can do.
I feel great.
I feel better.
I don't want to go on the cart.
I feel happy.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm sorry.
I just want to
This
listen to
scene
this
is
spam
so
alive. Oh my god. Okay. I'll
He's dead. and
Close
This
his
is very,
eyes.
this is very sad.
You do so. And you are also admiring the fact that he is a fetchling, which are kind of rare to find in Elysium.
What is a fetch?
kind of like
A fetchling is kind of like a dark elf with the exact opposite pigment. Very, very, very pale skin to the point of almost transparent white.
Albino.
it was like the that one race in Skyrim, the ones that were like they used to be dwarves or whatever,
Yeah.
and they just Standard.
Oh,
That's
the
that's
Fulmer.
that's what they're
Fulmer.
that's what they're modeled after, really.
Oh, hey, you know what? Then, yeah, there we go.
It's written in my game that they're like they were social outcasts, so they lived underground, and lack of exposure to the sun just made them all
pale.
The Fulmer outgrew their eyes, and so they don't have eyes. Fetchlings do.
Gotcha.
So,
subtle differences.
Cool.
however,
I'll
Also,
kind of
Fulmer were
put
elves,
him in, like,
I believe.
repose.
If I'm not mistaken, Fulmer were elves, right?
there is
so, yeah.
there is something in his hand as he dies.
Oh,
Pipes. Basilisk.
Musical notes. 4 of them.
Say, Jeff.
like this is specifically for me, but
It can be.
I don't want it to be for me. If anyone else can read that, if
It
that's
has
what I'm
been so
getting
long,
at.
I do not remember how to read.
Anymore.
Can you
Dude,
read
I played
this?
trombone.
It's been a long
I
time.
knew
Okay.
bass clef, and even then I don't remember.
Okay, that's fine. That's
Pardon.
I thought that was Cody.
No, that was my butt.
Nice.
it spells cage.
CAG. Okay. I'll hang on to that.
What do you all do?
And specifically their quarter notes, if that means
Yes.
anything.
I notice it's lacking a time signature. Is this in 4/4?
If
You
it's
never
not
know.
specified, then it's in common meter.
Which is 4/4? Uh-huh.
The quarter note gets one note.
To remember just like that much of my music
Yeah,
it's
I
been
played
way
piano
too long.
for a little bit. I was very bad
See,
at
as soon as I
it.
say that now, I kind of miss it. Anyway, it's good times.
Someone's
so
in a cage.
Oh, actually, I'll give me. We're not done. Give me a cunning check.
it's always such a like a middle finger from the
12.
dice rolling a 2 because it's right next to the 20.
Kind of. Jeff,
I rolled an 8, sorry.
It is right next to me.
Jenny,
What?
you find another handwritten note written in the same calligraphy as the previous note that Hyra found outside of this room. This note says, Khionne returned early this morning before Apollo's rise. She was shaking, she was angry, but perhaps frightened is more apt. She told me to relieve the other servants, to release them from any debts that she once claimed they owe her. However, for me, she insisted that I stay. I do not blame her. I would not have left her side either way.
I share it with the group.
I wonder if he's the one who wrote that. And I'll point to the guy who just passed.
You find this note just kind of off near one of the edges of the room, away from him.
So
Is it crumpled?
Yes.
Maybe he may threw it.
You also see, now that the room is kind of calmed down of action and you are the only living beings in here now, you look up and notice that there's actually light coming from the ceiling, and there is a rugged hole, and you are surmising that they got in here from that.
Oh, so they didn't even know what was going through that other door. Wait, there wasn't another door.
There's
right?
another one. Yeah.
Okay.
There's back towards the Sphinx and into
And another way.
unknown.
Into the
Huh.
unknown.
Into the unknown.
Okay, Michael Jackson. Sorry. So we have back towards Troll Butt.
Yeah,
We have the doors.
sounds good.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I have a
doors.
feeling that we should take those notes to the music room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see a correlation there for sure. How would everyone feel about attempting to rest for a little bit? I am somewhat spent.
Yeah.
I imagine that would be a bad idea because I'd freeze.
That's a good point. Fine, and I'll reach into my belt and I'll pop open a mana potion. I'll take one.
Well, don't do it yet if you don't have to. I mean, it's a minor action. Do what you want.
Yeah, no, I don't have much MP
Okay,
left.
okay.
Yes.
Nice roll, man.
Wow.
Plus 15.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, back up to 23. Alright, we're going to pray that that's enough. Don't expect any spells from me. I'm gonna leave the sustain up for the arcane shield though. So I have that and fairy going.
All right. What do you all want to do?
Go to the music room. Sounded good to me.
Yeah. I kind of want to do that before we go through the next door.
Okay. So you guys re-enter the Sphinx's room, those catacombs of the Cavern of Ice, and you go directly across the way. And remember, oh shit, there's a troll. Hi. And this time he sees all of you, and he goes
picking booger still?
with 2 hands this time.
Oh god.
And he stands up, pulls them out, and his 2 middle fingers are just drenched in yellow-green.
Ew.
And he's like...
Eloquent.
What's up, player? I don't want to be in
Oh,
there.
your new computer.
It's stainless steel.
What kind of instruments are around here? You
You
said
can't quite tell from this hulking mass
Okay.
kind of blocking
We
your
have to
way.
fight him first.
And he's like, dude, I'm the mini boss.
okay.
You have to fight me first.
He's the mini boss. Row, Raggy.
That's right, Scoob.
Zoinks! Like, we gotta fight this
I
troll!
guess we gotta fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll, like, slapping Gormir on the rump and be like, how about it?
Ranged first.
Oh. I'll slap Beer on the rump. Have at it.
Minor action.
I'm
Kill
gonna
it with
cast
fire.
Yeah.
I've got veins.
Carried blood all over my body.
Oh
That's
yeah.
how I say it now. Batty.
That's how Jill May would say it. I'm totally into him now.
You better be okay with it.
15.
You deal 30.
Oh. Okay.
Hell yeah. And
And
that's
it-
burning
and
damage,
it's-
so that's gonna go again.
And it screams as you ignite its fur, and its white fur becomes brown as it's like, ow!
I thought he was gonna say black, and I was gonna be like, first
First
of
of
all.
Dionysia, your turn.
I'm gonna zap him.
You heal him for 11. I'm kidding. You-
My magic's 13.
right, you deal 13 damage.
Thank you. And then, as a minor action, I'm just gonna not go anywhere and stay as far the fuck away as possible.
So you notice that behind you, the Sphinx is looking at you, and you're like, hey,
So, play.
would you like another question?
That's my line.
Not at the moment, perhaps later.
I was
But
gonna say,
thank you.
Bad
Fine.
timing.
You can help us.
No.
Oh.
Not ready for you. Roll me this. Fucking help!
Okay.
I think you mean Agate.
Stop it. I'm going
Agate.
to affirm.
Itaga. I'm sorry. It's just fun.
You're gonna be. I want to, if I'm allowed, I'd like to attempt to Flash Gorgon, the troll.
You may try.
20!
You do so, and it's like burning. It's like it looks angrily at all of you, and then like randomly looks at you, and then you petrify it. You're like, but I'm bigger than you.
Yeah, I don't think that would have worked if it wasn't a nat 20. So congrats, that's like a
Yeah.
5%
We'll never
chance
know.
of winning.
Yeah.
Except that Tommy just looked at me, pointed, and smiled.
Guys.
I just say that for the sake of the audience and not at all to prove my point.
Okay. Touch with those bigger hands.
Stone booger hands.
Is that
While it is left frozen,
That's a main, not main.
Yeah, it's a major action.
It is a major action, for sure.
or
I'm
while it's
done.
petrified, I should say.
You're welcome.
Since I'm
Yeah,
tall,
that was kinda- that
can
was
I
pretty
reach
dope.
its eyes and make a very, very carefully and timed placement of my sword in front of its eyes and just slide it through its face?
Oedipus.
Jesus Christ!
I'm not in a good mood. I'm cold as fuck.
The centaurs send their regards.
Give me a d20.
And things are attacking me for no reason.
Give me a d20.
I don't like this. A 17.
Give me a second d20.
A 12.
You impale it through its face. It deals 0 damage
Of
because
course.
it is numbed.
Yes. I was hoping for that.
Enemy phase. Player phase. Agate, your turn.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I attempt to stab it in its gut area. The 10
It
plus
hits.
7.
Cut off its testicles.
Ew.
Yeah, nuts are pretty gross.
13.
They look like a turkey's neck. Sorry.
Then I
But
shall
are you?
chop it.
No.
You sliced me right in my gobbles.
It's again.
7.
Oh, you're jiggling at me.
12.
And Goromir,
I move my sword swishy swishy in its face.
give me a strength check.
That's disgusting.
I thought you were going to say that you pull it out of the one eye and just do the exact same thing on the side.
I thought about it. But I like swishy swishy better.
Swishy Swishy's good. It's like a...
19 plus 5.
Oh my god.
It's making a smoothie of its brain.
You successfully jut it back, side to side so well that you actually just cut off the top of its head.
Oh, Jesus.
And you know that once it thaws, it is dead.
It's also still on fire.
Oh, look, it thaws, it dies, and it lights a flame even more, and you're like, it's really warm in here. And you don't have to successfully roll past a frostbite check for this one action.
Super duper.
I guess that was a
Warm in my
really
hands.
tough mini-boss.
We are kind of badass.
Well, thanks to your 20.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that, that would have been way harder.
You guys are in a music room. You ignore the
I guess I
hulking-
can turn off the battle music.
You ignore the hulking mass, and you receive 200
The
XP.
boogery mass.
There are flutes in here. There's a sitar. There is a weird marble construction that you've never seen before that I'm going to try to describe. It's a short column that goes up to about stomach level, and there is a large stone marble-ish orb that's in the middle of the top of the column, and you're getting the impression that it's meant to spin, like not spin like in a circle, but like spin in place.
Like, yeah, just rotate.
Yeah, like a top almost, but it's a ball. And you've never seen it before, you don't know what it's all about.
It's a
You
palantir.
You see that there are several books in here filled with music. And there's another note in here.
Right.
Another...
Note
A
in here.
note.
And there's a chest.
So my goodness, is 3.
Whoop.
The note says,
It's the same handwriting.
different handwriting, similar to the one outside from the very first note.
Okay.
It says, I really see no point in cleaning this room. He's not coming back.
Is the chest locked?
No. It's
Can't
locked.
open it with mental prowess.
It's locked.
No.
So when you open it with your hands, it you see
Mimic teeth! But it's like a Dark Souls mimic, so I need to make a new character.
there's
Oh,
a beautiful bright blue potion inside that is a major MP potion.
Ooh.
Yiggity yoink. Sorry, everybody.
Well, that's,
Healer taking that
that's
one.
important for you, and I have like 3
4d6
HP
plus 12.
So, I'm sorry, you said major?
Major MP potion.
Thank
4d6 plus 12.
Potion. 4. I can write. D6 plus 12. That's awesome!
You also see another small bound journal inside. You're getting the impression this was a footlocker kept by somebody, like maybe one of the cleaning crew or a servant or somebody. It's not like a glorious golden chest of treasure. It's more like somebody kept their shit here.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a rough journal in here, and a lot of the pages are actually ruined from the cold.
Mm-hmm.
And there is...
Condensation.
Don't knock, it's recording.
Knock quietly.
Do
There's a
not
difference.
quietly, it's recording.
And there is a bow.
Doing okay.
Oh.
I clenched my eyes too tight, it hurt.
Yeah, that sucks.
Problems.
First world.
There is a longbow that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
I could poke somebody with it.
You've got the most dex. Do you
I
want
could
it?
sell it.
You could shoot it.
You can use it.
I don't have any.
You
Yeah,
can
Dexterity.
stab it.
You have dex and cunning, so you can like legitimately use
Don't
it.
I need to move? Some sort of move to use it?
No.
Mm-mm. No.
Oh.
If you use the
You
bow,
just don't have
you
any
get
special
plus
ability
6 to
like
your
you do.
attack rolls and plus 2 to your damage.
So it's not like perfect, but if you...
I'll put it in my stuff. Why the fuck not? I already got a claymore in there. I don't know why that's not equipped. Am I not strong enough to have that yet? Or something? Or am I just dumb?
I think you wanted to dual wield.
Okay. Yeah. It requires 8 strength, and so you can't hit the requirement yet. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
Huh! What is the properties of the bow?
The bow is a 2d4 ranged weapon.
Just in case we're in a situation where you can't get in with your swords.
Pew pew.
I've never used a bow before.
It requires, so you shoot it and you use dex for aiming, and then the damage modifier is just cunning.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it won't be terribly damaging, but it's better than not being able to hit anybody at all.
Okay.
What do you all do?
I want to see if I can match up the handwriting in the journal to any of the notes that we've taken.
Okay. Give me a cunning check.
How studious of you.
Who drew that fox?
17.
That fox?
Yeah.
I believe that was Casey or Sam. It was one of Cameron's sisters.
Wait, which one?
The fox painting.
That's Casey.
It's pretty.
It's very
I
nice.
like some.
You can tell that it was written by somebody who is talking more about how Khionne's personality was and actions were, not the bitching about cleaning person.
So the second and third note.
The second and third note.
Gotcha.
I'll
take those notes and tuck them into this journal.
There's an entry in here that has not been ruined that says, "My lady has continued to change. Her skin, once pale blue, has become pink like a mortal girl. Her shock of hair has darkened nearly to brown. She has become cold. So very cold. But not how she used to be. Her appetites have changed. Never have I seen her enrapture so many men and women to her bed, finishing with them quickly and demanding I bring her more from the capital. They all leave her room satisfied, but confused. She uses their bodies for warmth and pleasure, almost with panic. I have asked her about this, and I am surprised to say that she answered me. She said, 'With every day I grow weaker. Every day I want more. Every morning I feel empty. My body hungers for the love of mortals that I believe I've never known.'"
So you're saying she's single.
Oh my god.
I had to, I'm sorry.
Dionysia got the thirst.
Okay.
Trevor, get 100 XP for taking the journal and also being diligent with it and actually doing comparing. You're getting the lore of the land. The land being the castle. The hammer being...
Could you explain that orb device again?
Yes. So you approach it, and I'm going to say that you intuitively know that it was some sort of instrument that was probably a one of a kind. It probably had something to do with cold itself, and it was an instrument that coincided with cold energy.
If only we knew somebody with cold spells.
I will say that you... Oh, yeah, there you go.
Just in case, I don't know. It's up to you if you want to try and cast.
I don't have much MP left.
I will say that with minimal effort, you can just have a little bit of frozen air around you to kind of play with it. Mm-hmm. I want you to imagine a theremin where you wave your hand and different energy waves cause different sounds. It's like that. Mm-hmm. So as you put your cold hand closer to it on near the top, around the side, near the bottom, further on the back, whatever, as you move your hand, the orb starts to spin pretty fast in response to the cold and creates this humming sound that fills the room. And it has this sort of haunting but holy sound to it that you've never heard from any instrument before. Cool. It sounds lovely, and it almost sounds kind of... It's haunting. I'm trying to find a better word. It's eerie. It's lovely but eerie. Love eerie.
Can
you do the can?
Can we play the notes using that? Are our characters intelligent enough?
Give me lore checks from all of you to see if any of you were trained in the musical arts.
I had long enough to learn.
True.
5.
4.
None of you have a history with musical.
This is killing me inside because I can literally hum I could literally hum those notes.
I will say that none of you had formal training, but I will say that one of you, any of you, could probably guess what those notes are on the scale. So you could be all like, that's a G.
Just hum that.
That's
Just over and over again until we get to it.
That's a G.
Pikachu.
And then Angoramir would be like,
Pika.
dude, that's an H.
It's an H double sharp.
H double flat, that's just a G.
H exists in Germany.
Does it really?
Oh.
There is a door leading off this room, and of course there is the way back.
What else?
Also, sorry, one more thing in the box or in the footlocker. There is a, you find a 3-inch by 3-inch, 3.5-inch kind of box. Either it's like a picture frame or like a shadow box, where it's like a dense frame that kind of has a density to it. And inside of that shadow box / frame, there is a glistening glass snowflake.
Oh, like one that would have been like preserved in acrylic would be the modern.
A talisman.
I will pocket that. So we'll say like, could I say like
Snowflake talisman.
Wow.
Hey, do you want to be friends?
Too late!
Shit.
I examine the room and the instruments as closely as possible for any other matching of the notes on the paper.
Okay.
Because I feel like this is specifically for me, and it's killing me.
Give me a
and
D20.
we don't have a bard.
Give me a D20.
God damn it. 15.
Woo, good on you. Okay.
Starting to toy
That
the
was
idea that
threshold,
DNC
so
is
good on you.
100%
Cool,
tone
cool.
deaf.
I like that.
You find a crumpled up piece of paper under one of the music stands.
It's shoved inside of a tuba.
It looks like notes. I'm role-playing.
Yeah. I'm from a faraway land.
More notes.
We don't have written music.
For me, though, like, this is actually a... Like, for me personally, this is actually like a song.
Is it Layla?
If you know what it is, do not say it aloud.
Acoustic or electric?
Acoustic. They're all good.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
Yes, I know exactly what it is, and it's killing me.
Okay. Because ironically, the name of the song coincides like with how you're feeling right
Yes,
now.
because I can't even
Nope, you
say
can't
it
make a
because
joke.
because
It's the name
people
of the
will
song.
understand it. No, it's not. It's not the name of the song. It's a lyric, and everyone will go, "Oh, it's that song."
You keep it.
Okay, thank you.
There is a door leading off this room, or there is the way back to the Sphinx.
We don't get to know what the fuck that is?
Nope.
That's gonna annoy the shit out of me.
Yep.
Hey, Sphinx, do you know how to read sheet music? That look you're giving me. Tommy's like, don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare
The
solve
Sphinx
this.
says, I'm the one that asks questions.
If I answer another riddle, will you read this sheet music for us?
I don't know. Let me ask you a question first.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
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 Do it, playa.
Okay, so you guys all leave the instrument room and go back to her, and you're just like, sure.
My character's Leo, like,
You're like ready. Just do this. You solve it fast again.
She does that annoying cat thing and looks away from what you're showing her as she voices the next riddle.
I hate that.
And she says,
It's cute to do that.
Oh, yeah.
a father's child, a mother's child, but no one's son.
A father's child, a mother's child.
But no one's son. You get 300 XP.
well, what was the answer?
A
A
daughter.
daughter, no
Wow.
one's son.
She smiles and says, you may pass. But first, show me the notes.
I show her Cage,
What's that?
and
CAGE.
yeah, and then I show her the other one that I found of the song that I can't say.
I will elaborate for you what the actual notes coincide with, like as far as like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But she's not going to tell you what the song is. She's
Right.
going to label, that's an E, that's an F,
Yeah,
that's an
yeah.
F, that's a G.
Which I could just do. You don't have to.
Yeah, so I'm just going to tell you.
Oh, okay,
she
great.
does that for you. So
Great.
roleplay, she does it.
Okay, great.
Okay. So now Angoromir knows.
Great.
And she says, "But one more riddle, you get my treasure."
I mean, yeah, I'm kind of down.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
One more riddle, you get my treasure.
Let's
I accept.
do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
Do it.
Okay.
Are you cold?
It's pretty cold in here.
What has black spots and a white face, is fat, not thin, and helps you to win, but tumbles all over the place?
I know.
What that is?
What has black spots and a white face, is fat, not thin, and helps you to win, but tumbles all over the place?
Dice.
Get 400 XP.
Damn.
That's what it was. I got it.
Good job, man.
Damn, but
She
Damn.
looks
700 XP for that.
She
Fuck.
looks shocked at you and says, "I really would have eaten you if you hadn't answered that question."
I would have liked
But
to seen you
since-
try.
Ooh.
Maybe don't chest up to the Sphinx. Yeah, I know.
It's what my character would do.
She like sidles back, and you notice that she's actually been spiraling around a small gold chest that she's been hiding. And as she turns her back towards you, she marks you, and she runs off into the distance,
I think
and
that
she
means
just sort
she
of
owns you now.
disappears into the light.
She's like,
I deserve that.
You smell like Sphinx piss.
This is why you don't chest up to the Sphinx.
I could just like starts barking at her.
It's like Brian
Yeah.
in Family Guy, whenever he
Brian.
actually acts like a dog.
Good to be caught in the well.
I love that. I love when Brian's a dog
Open it.
and Stewie's a baby. It's my favorite.
Right.
I open it. I don't know why I rolled for. I rolled a 2. Fuck.
You
very
open
brother.
it and accidentally drop it, and you pinch your finger. You're like, God damn it!
What an inconvenience.
You open it, and there is a small vial of clear liquid and a diadem.
Wow.
You put it on, and you are Voldemort. Anyway,
Can you please
Your nose
say
just
that
go into your head.
Can you just say that the clear vial with liquid is just water?
we already did that with her before.
It's water.
You're like surprised it's vodka.
Can I have Denis to examine the thing, the clear liquid?
It's water. Yeah, can I get a sense off of it?
Yes.
3 plus 13 magic.
You can tell that it's strong. It's very magically potent, but can't tell how.
I don't know what it is, but it's powerful. We should hang on to it.
Okay. Do you want me to put it in my bag?
Sure. Go for it.
Clear.
Do we get a magical sense off of the diadem?
Yes.
Vial.
Should I?
Yes.
21. Again, 8's right next to nat 20s, and it's just a giant f*** you.
Well, Angoromir, do you want the diadem?
He's still rolling
Very
for
pretty
it. We
on
don't
you.
know what it is. I don't know if I'm going to figure anything out. I don't think I roll high enough.
What's the diadem do?
That's what we're figuring out.
It grants the wearer 1 willpower
Oh.
It's cool.
I mean, there's...
and plus 1 defense.
Oh, it's a defense item too. Wow.
It looks
Yeah.
pretty.
Let's
I
say,
am a pretty princess.
yeah. Say it would look better on D&D.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're
This
so
is-
beautiful.
I'm not
And we
gonna
can
lie,
both use
guys.
willpower.
I want it. But I'm trying to be a team player.
Go for it.
Okay.
It's not my style.
You can have it.
I really thought you were going to whip out a diadem and you were going to make me wear it.
That would have been amazing.
Ooh, what about... We didn't do any coin checks for troll. And now treasure.
We should have had the Sphinx like play one of the instruments before
Is-
she ran away. If she could. I'm still
I
stuck on
thinking
this
about
music
that.
crap.
reading
No, I was
something
thinking
about them
about that.
being musically inclined.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember reading about them being musically inclined, actually, but
Oh,
I don't
yeah?
know where.
What?
Do we get any Gold?
No.
Okay. I have to ask.
What do you all want to do?
Bask in the glory of...
Can we try one of the instruments now that we know the right notes and just see if we can get them right?
Yes.
Are the instruments made of ice?
No.
Aw. There is a place like that. There's an entire orchestra made of ice. Like, everything's made of ice.
God, that would suck to like hold your embouchure on a freaking ice trombone.
Ugh.
Ah!
The string, everything's constantly getting out of tune because the heat of the
Yeah, the friction, yeah.
is changing.
Not to mention the friction of the instruments themselves, breath and touching them.
That's
Uh,
bizarre.
This is really novel, but sounds like shit.
You guys return to the music room, well aware that there's a door you have not gone down.
Yeah.
And you find a flute and go C-A-G-E,
It's a flute. You have to learn
We
to blow
actually
it
knew?
first.
and nothing happens.
We knew how to do that though.
Sure.
Can I play the song I can't say?
You may. Nothing happens.
Magic harp.
But now that we
You
heard
splash.
him play, we know what the song sounds like.
Yes. One moment, please.
Oh, God, I'm going to regret
Well,
this, aren't I?
before you play it, can I say it just
No.
as proof?
No, I want to play it because they'll know right away.
C-A-P-F-I-R-E-S-O-N-G song.
Yeah.
It helps if you just sing along.
Thank you.
Please play the wrong song. It would be funny.
Pain.
3 days grace.
I'm missing Katie.
You know, Tommy, I could be mean.
I could be angry.
You know?
I could be just like you.
I could be Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I'm not born with it.
Ah, cool.
I'm bored with it.
Oh, yes.
Hence why earlier I couldn't say, but it doesn't really matter.
Right?
Starts with.
I mean, you try so hard. You
Yeah.
got so far.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
But nothing happened, and nothing matters. It doesn't even matter.
You were really satisfied playing that song, weren't you? Yeah.
It
I
all
can feel it
comes
exuding
together.
off of you.
Okay.
What's the theme here? Let's discuss.
I am going
Futility.
to have someone play Cage while I play that.
Both of you do it at once. Nothing happens except both of you kind of grate against each other because neither of you are that good at playing instruments.
Yeah.
And you're like, yours ended before mine.
Well, it's because it's fewer.
Also, the problem might be because I was playing the flute like a clarinet, according to your pantomime.
No, it's a recorder.
Ah, cross puns.
Jenny's like, I found a kazoo.
I'm so irritated.
Door, man. It's just because we suck.
So, there's the way that the Sphinx went, and there's the room that you have not gone down.
The room where it happens.
I kind of feel like since we completed the chain of riddles, we should follow the Sphinx because
Got bonus round vibes.
yeah, I kind. Then again, I mean,
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah? yeah, my vote is to go the direction of the Sphinx.
I'm game.
You go down the Hall of Light that she disappeared down, and as you pass through this hole in the ceiling that was obviously an actual, like, orchestrated and built, what am I missing? Or what's it called? Hole in the ceiling that lets light in. Sunlight?
Sunlight.
It's obviously there, and that's what Skylight has been letting the light in.
Sunlight's
Once you're on the other side of that, it's suddenly very dark, and it's because you find a locked door.
Same kind of keyhole as the previous time.
Do we still have the key?
No.
They melted. And
Oh, that's right.
Okay. So then,
other door.
Yeah, we're left. Is the only door that we're left with is the one where we fought the chitin dudes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just making sure that I have.
Well,
it
no,
right.
one in the
Patrol.
music room.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one in the music room too. Okay.
Oh,
What do you
there's
think?
two. I realize now that you haven't gone down either. Yeah.
Chitin music.
We're closer to the music.
Music.
Yeah.
Makes the people
Come together.
You go to the music room
Yeah.
and open the door, and you instantly know that you walked into a kitchen.
Oh.
And there's 3 more of those skeletal ice creatures, and you're just like,
No, I want to fight them.
Yeah, my character's like, they're unholy and must perish.
I mean,
I just like killing stuff.
I know I'm not
things
going
about
to stop you.
Okay. Do you want more XP?
Now
That's not
who's
my
too
accent.
Hey, Annie!
XP don't work on me. No, money don't work on me. Only XP.
You think you have some at the end when you have it around like that?
Pyra, you have initiative if you want to attack.
Fire's like,
I might cast magic missile because I've got 3.
No, you're fine.
What'd you say?
No,
What'd you say?
no.
Wait.
He said fire.
Fire.
I'm just trying not to influence your decisions.
Ooh.
Because I started saying something and I realized I was being
Immune to frostbite.
Oh yeah, Jeff, give me a d20.
Oh, sorry, old buddy.
anyway,
I was trying to pay
20.
attention.
Wow.
Suck it.
Suck it, Trebek.
So yeah, you said there's 3 of them, or just 2 of them? I've got 3 magic missiles, so I will shoot 11 to each of them.
Give me a d20 activation check.
Me.
It casts.
Here comes Pyra, fucking aggroing the whole room.
Yep.
This is why I'm constantly burning MP healing your ass.
All 3 shriek as 3 energy missiles hit them in the back of the head, the shoulder, and the gut. And they're just like...
It's a really old video you just referenced, man.
Ends the world.
Yeah.
Okay, then take a nap. They fired the missiles!
Let's take a little nap.
Dionysia.
I will conserve. No.
I will wait. No, I won't.
CONSERVE. Conserve. Conserve
Yeah.
your mana.
I'll try zapping. I don't
Thanks,
think it's
Jeff.
going to work.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Musical break.
Goes out.
I don't think it's going to work, though.
What damage?
It's unholy.
What, how much?
Oh, 13.
You deal 13 to one of the ice creatures.
Oh,
My
cool.
character suddenly goes apart. I just pull out my flute.
Just to remind you,
Jazz flute.
just to remind you, these things are the ice skeletal creatures like from the first session. Okay.
Some reason my brain went, undead means...
I have said they're skeletal, but they're not. They've never been unholy.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Just, chops them up, just woods. Just regular slicing nuts. Hey!
For some reason,
Plus 7.
chopping them up and we're an ice thing. I just
may
felt
attack
like
with a
Gordon
cleaver.
Ramsay
I
as
will.
a warrior going, they're
2.
frozen!
I'm
I
sorry.
just rolled 2 2s.
Your twos don't hit. You get so many bonuses, though.
Can I try to, Gorgon freeze him or whatever it's called? Flash Gorgon?
No.
Okay.
Hang
That's
on,
because now you're wearing a tutu.
Not being cute.
Or am I being obtuse?
This is shitty.
You're shitty.
I don't
No,
have
I didn't
time.
mean that.
But I'm going in.
So mean. That's mean to you. Oh.
I'm going in. I attacked the one closest to me. Well, I attacked the one that took 13.
So beautiful.
With a regular attack. Hiya. 15 plus 6
Stare at them lovingly the whole session.
would be a hit before. It is, okay. It is. It'd be 12 plus 6 is 18. Slice.
Perf.
I go, haha.
Haha!
Ah!
That was like a Skeletor.
Okay. Enemy phase.
Hey, man.
I go, woogity, 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 attack me.
Oh
Just
my
start
God.
yelling in Skrillex.
Your enemies suck tonight.
Oh, excellent.
They don't miss?
I rolled a crit on you, and then a 1 and a 1 on you.
Perfect.
Exactly what we wanted.
You are dealt 15 maul damage. And you are dealt 0-0 as they flop in front of you, and then look at you kind of shyly.
Well, I just took
That was
14.
embarrassing.
Sorry, man, I gotta conserve.
Agate, your turn.
I have like a shitload of potions.
No, you're fine. I have potions too.
Hewlett Packard potions.
I just like saving them.
Hewlett Packard potions. I got military police potions. Yeah, that's right. See,
I've got-
they go for
I've got mezzo piano potions to continue with the music thing.
I'm gonna just try to hit him, but actually hit this time. 18.
There you go.
That works.
Yay! 14.
Are you hitting the same one that's being focused
Yes.
on? Okay. It dies.
Excellent.
Yay!
Now I wish to hit the other one with my cleaver. Whichever's closest. I don't give a shit.
You hit.
Oh, 14.
Wow.
Kinesia.
I'll go ahead and cast Heal on Ingoromir. Cast. CX. It's 2d6 plus. Or 2d4. 2d4. This is why I check my sheet. Doo-da, doo-da. You just healed for 17.
Oh, the
doo-da.
doo-dah day.
Because it's a musical episode.
I just healed for 17 points of damage.
Ira.
Thank you,
What do you do?
Trevor. I mean, Dionysio.
This way it comes.
Just sit and enjoy the music. I'll
It's even better if we go
zap.
along with my headcanon that my character is completely tone deaf.
My ears are bleeding.
I
I'll
deal psychic
zap the
damage
nearest
to everybody
blade
by accident.
closest
Okay.
for 11.
One spell that was cast on me from my best friend with a capital D. He's the healer from another century.
Man, you were killing it for those first two lines. That was pretty dope.
Thanks.
With a capital D.
Fire, you're dealt 7 damage.
Well. Way to be a buzzkill.
Oh my god. I feel your anger.
13! Last year I had 37.
Tommy hates us so much.
Agate,
right
it's
now.
your turn now.
Gives you focus.
What would you like to do?
Makes
Please
you
pause
stronger.
while I do math.
1920s.
Please pause.
While I do math. And then fart. Okay. Alright. We've got one left, right? 2.
Aren't you so glad we had D&D tonight?
Which one is more damaged?
Cody.
One of them.
Oh, okay. I would like to attempt to decapitate him. Because why not?
Good luck.
Oh, with an 11 plus 7.
You hit its chest, but do not decapitate.
Fuck! Okay, we've got 6. And that would be 15. Now, I'm going to attempt the same with my cleaver. With a 12 plus
You hit, and I will say
7.
you naturally do enough damage to kill it.
Excellent!
Super. Nah, you're
I
fucking
have
slaying
the
shit.
power!
He-Man.
He-Man!
Okay. Angoromir, you witness as the two fall and shatter into ice bits. There are 2 very sapphire-like hearts that fall to the ground and begin to pulsate as soon as each one dies.
Sapphire Fire.
I love you,
Avatar.
but you are pushing me.
You know, I thought that I was the most patient DM. But
That's not true.
This is truly a testament of Tommy's patience tonight.
You're a good boy.
I really feel like I should attack the other skeleton, but like these hearts, man.
They're concerning.
It's also more in my character to kill those hearts anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna go clippity clop Clippy clop.
all the way to the donut shop.
Yep. And by donut shop, I mean squishing the hearts underneath my centaur hooves.
Oh my.
Give me 2d20s.
5.
What's your dex?
And okay, so I rolled 5 and 18. Dex 0.
The 5-1 misses because you were more focused on like the, like more like it was like a skip and a hop. So I'm gonna say that you missed with the first one because you were mostly focused on being accurate with the second.
Got it.
The second one does squelch, and you have blue blood now caked in your hoof.
Ew.
But it does stop the heart from beating.
Great.
Kinesia.
I look at the heart on the ground and I go,
I'll zap the other heart that Inglorimir missed.
Kalima.
And that's 13 damage?
Yeah.
It bursts, and it covers his other leg with blue blood.
You're welcome.
fucking
Pyro.
gross.
Is there another animal?
First it was
There's one
boogers all
more,
over the
and
place.
it's glaring right
Now
at you
it's
Then I'll
heart
zap him
juice,
for 11.
blood,
with jagged wendigo teeth.
spit. Ew.
Yeah.
I'll zap him harder.
Ow. That's 11.
Yeah.
You are the only one that has hurt this thing. It's stalking you, and then just goes for your neck.
Oof.
Don't worry, you got this.
Oof.
You are dealt 12 damage.
Okay.
You doing over there, buddy?
Okay.
Not favorable.
I've been better.
It is player phase. Whoever wants to go first may.
I was just gonna say, can I, as an instant, just cast Flash Heal now?
Yes.
I'm so okay with the healer going first.
It's cast. But, well, okay.
No, please re-roll that for me. I'm kidding. No, I'm totally kidding. You accidentally roll 4. Oh, look! Fucking DM!
Oh my god. 13 divided by 2 would be 6.5, so 7.
It's 7.
You heal for 11.
Cool.
Am I just taking my turn now then?
Sure.
Are you still looking pretty beat up?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm at. I have only 8 down from full health, so I'm good.
Agate, you're
I'm fine. Oh wait, no, I'm half health.
half health, and then
Adrenaline rush.
Fuck
Oh
him
yeah,
up.
I do have adrenaline rush, and there's only one more skeleton, so it's up to you, buddy.
I'll just zap skeleton.
Okay.
Zap. Oh, first I gotta take away the MP for so 13.
It dies.
Oh sweet!
There's
Wow.
another sapphire heart that falls and plops on the ground and begins to pulsate.
Oh, I used my major.
This one's all you, man. All you.
And starts crawling towards Agate.
Oh, okay, I stabbed the
Cleave
shit
it.
out of it. I stabbed the shit out of it.
Prove it.
19.
Oh, you did! You're like, not on my watch. You just poke it like a fine hole, and like a balloon, it bursts. All y'all receive 120 XP. Or sorry, 135. Sorry about that. 135.
Pause while I do math.
Je ne sais pas.
Je ne sais what?
I don't know. What was it again? Sorry, 135.
135.
Yeah.
It's not. You don't have 6 million XP.
Hey guys, I'm level 92.
I still have a weird number because you gave me a weird number.
You see that in the opposite corner from where you entered. This is a kitchen, and all the food is bad. By the way, like it's all
I'm
frozen
about ready to
over.
level after that shit.
Frostbite!
Why is this happening?
Closer to leveling. No.
Less than 100 points because I answered all those riddles right.
You alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
You kind of own those riddles, dude.
Thank you, thank you,
Oh.
thank you.
Skadoosh.
Skidababoo is that up now?
I don't know why that made me want to listen to Zoot Suit Riot.
But that's gonna be stuck on my head now, you fucker. You.
There's a body on the
fucker.
opposite side of this room. It is a frozen humanoid body, covered in like a dark blackish leather, and they are frosted over, very obviously dead. They look to be an adventurer or maybe a hiker. You can't quite tell, but somebody who was like out and about in the hills and ended up here somehow. You see that they were holding a bottle of some sort to their chest that is now empty. Their eyes are open and vacant, and you can see that they have a pouch on their side. If you try to move them, it is like moving stiff jerky.
Rigor mortis.
Pouch, that's all you.
Pouch, that's on me.
You're the pouch woman.
Yeah.
You're the one that's always looking for gold.
Oh, right. I was just gonna be curious and see if there's stuff in there because
Because it might be gold.
I don't really care about this person.
And if
Are
you
they-
have to perhaps unearth some bits of material to dig it out, you'd be a gold digger.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Are they covered in the leather or wearing it, or both?
Covered it. Covered in it and wearing it.
I plunder the pouch. I don't know why I rolled for that.
The pouch contains 150 gold pieces.
Heck!
It contains a small note made of the same paper as all the other notes you have found. In other words, he probably found this and pocketed it.
Mm-hmm.
He also has, what's it going to give you? Oh, a necklace. It's a silver necklace, non-magical, just a nice quality silver necklace.
I'm gonna wear that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, this place is fucking decking us out on the bling bling side of things.
I'm
man.
Does
no
the
pretty
necklace have any
princess, so-
properties at all?
We got a motherfucking talisman, a necklace, a diadem.
Does the necklace have any qualities at all?
It's just a nice, shiny, well-made silver necklace. You don't get the impression that it was from here, that he brought it with him from wherever he came from.
Looks good on me. My
Give me an
Green
intuition roll,
skin.
please.
me? Oh.
17.
He was a thief.
Oh. Perfect.
Well, I kill him.
Joink. Do you guys
already
want
dead.
to split the gold?
I mean, I'm always down for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that extra gold.
That's
Pretty
not
cool.
gonna sit. It's not gonna split super well. It's like 36 or 37 per, right? 35? No.
37.5.
Oh, I was so close. I'll give up my half share, so I'll just take 37.
Okay.
Me too.
So you guys
Well,
each
you
get
take
38.
38.
Oh, I should have taken 38. I had 42. God damn it. Oh, well.
The four of you may also give me a cunning roll, please.
Please pause
Nat
while
20.
I do that.
So, moot point. Trevor, you will know that he was also holding a silver key, a lot like one you found before, on his
What?
other pocket.
Mm-hmm. I'll Jedi mind trick it to me.
I rolled 6.
You have another key.
Well,
That
we've
is
got
all,
two different doors that we could use this on.
Indeed.
That's all that's in this room.
I kind of fancy doing
Progressing.
the door way back at the beginning.
Not the one that we can't get through closer to where we are now.
I don't know. For some reason, I'm like, I feel like something in the beginning we're just like totally skipping over. Could
But
be
are
really
we
important.
going to be able to progress without?
That's true.
That's my only concern.
She did say that
Otherwise,
there was
I'm
an
game.
exit. But also, can we trust the Sphinx? I mean, she gave us treasure, I guess. But
What do you guys think?
I feel like everything's been leading to this music room, and that one of the doors was in there, right?
You've already gone through that door now.
Well, then never mind.
that was the kitchen.
But there
in
was
currently.
yeah, there was a door that we got to that needed another key, so we couldn't progress.
Is
So we
there
came back this
Any
way.
food in the kitchen?
It's all bad.
There's a locked door
Any beer
by
in
the
the kitchen?
skylight room that the
That's
Sphinx went
right.
into.
And there's a locked door towards the beginning that we bypassed because we didn't have a key.
Oh, right.
So Jeff wants to go to the front one.
guess
I
we'll
was
go
just
with front one.
saying that, but I realized that was kind of a meta choice.
Hmm.
My character would most definitely go towards the skylight room because that's the direction that the Sphinx said was the exit, I believe.
It's kind of what I'm leaning towards. What do you guys think?
Oh, and there's also the other door that's not even locked,
It's true.
which would probably be pretty beneficial to go down to see if
Just
we can get
in
another
case.
key.
Yeah.
Pyro would probably just want to go to whichever one's closest. So, skylight one.
Yeah, the closest one would be the skylight one, or the
Right.
chitin, or the chitin door, depending on
Yeah, they're
how
both going to the
far
same
of
one.
a
My
distance
character
it was.
doesn't give a shit, but will follow you all.
Then I'm leaning towards chitin, unlocked door.
Yeah, me too, actually, because if we use the key, it melts.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of
Oh,
a
yeah.
fan of.
Reckon
I'm kind of a
that's
fan of holding on
possible.
to it
Yeah, yeah.
for when we super duper need it. There might be something on the other side of the unlocked door that would be more tantalizing.
Mhm.
Tantalizing.
Yes. This little icy ambiance is quite nice.
That's what I had
Isn't
to
it?
stand.
Isn't it nice?
Well, when Tommy gets back, we're all in agreement to the chitin door.
Yep, totally.
How do you spell that?
Chitin. I always misread it because I'd never heard it out loud. I'd only ever seen
Chitin.
books, so I always said chitin.
Yep.
I think it was Tommy who corrected me, actually.
Never heard of it.
First time I saw that word was when I played Skyrim.
And I,
Same.
Oh, they use it in there?
Mhm.
I didn't even
The Falmers used chitin armor.
Yeah.
Alright.
So we want to go to the unlocked door that was near where we fought the chitin dudes. Scope that out.
You open it up. All the way back there. You step over all 4 bodies that are now also starting to freeze over.
That didn't take long.
You open the door and you realize you're looking into a closet. And at the very bottom,
Anticlimax.
there's a wooden footlocker. And you're like, huh. And then above that, there's a bunch of robes that are not very good quality anymore because they're frozen. And down below, you have to let it go as you just open up the... I'm sorry, I'm not proud of that. You open, you open up the footlocker and you find another silver key.
Hey!
And
Wumpa!
nothing else.
So those dudes came from a closet?
No, they came from up above.
The skylight that they made from above.
They just started running for this because they thought it might get them away from us.
Ah.
their beetle wings flew them in.
So
Oh,
back to
now
that
we
first
have
door.
2 keys.
Yeah, seems a waste to not go back to that front door. What do you
Yeah.
guys think?
I agree.
You guys go all the way back to the beginning in the foyer, and you go across the foyer on the other side of that chest that you originally saw, and you put the key in, you turn it, and it melts into water as the door swings open on its own. And inside, there's a very large, multi-directional fireplace that is brimming with wood.
Ooh.
And it is not frozen over, it's actually very ample in its combustibleness, in its combustion capacity.
I really like your description of this.
And
Combustibility.
you see several beds in here. This was obviously a resting room for either guests, or maybe this is where she got the deed on. Maybe this were servants' quarters for the rest of the servants. You can't quite tell, but this is a fine area for you guys to rest.
Yeah, this would have been
Yes,
really
that,
helpful.
yes.
Yeah.
Rest. Light the wood on fire and rest.
Rest.
Sleepy.
Yes,
Right.
that's the one opportunity to burn something and get away with it.
You spark it a light, and it's just all ignites. You're instantly comfortable. You close the door behind you, and you're like, that's cool. And as Pyra closes the door behind you, you guys see a small little notice.
On the inside of the door.
Yeah. And it reads, Lady Khionne has frozen half of her castle. The foundation became too brittle and we have fallen, descending into the hillside. I don't believe we can leave through our normal means any longer. She is losing control.
Well, that explains why it got here and why the entryway was so fucked up.
Would have
There's
been
a
good
hole in the
information a
ceiling.
while ago.
Yeah.
Would have
We
explained
should
a
have gone
lot.
through this door first.
Maybe that's why it was at the beginning.
What's the matter?
My lid.
Alright, well,
God, keep
I want to
going.
rest.
I want to rest.
Yeah, take turns keeping watch.
Yeah.
Just to get my MP back, really.
Yeah, I'm full health. I just need MP, so I'll take first watch because I just gotta heal MP.
Is it under me? Oh, I'm so useful.
Yep.
There, I'm like, guys.
And while we are resting, I want
My
to
pants around my ankles. Anyway.
I want to dry my house banner that I've been using as clothes by the fireplace.
Yeah, are we super is our cold weather gear
Yes.
all wet and stuff?
Yes.
I'm gonna strip down to my undies
Yeah,
and just
me
leave
too.
everything near.
Pillow fight,
Same.
girl.
Hey, this
And
time I'm
Gordon's
not
just like,
sleeping
I
away.
Pillow fight, girls.
I'm not sleeping out by a tree or something this time.
You're like, I'm
Yeah,
actually
I
inside.
This is what I've been missing out on.
You're so
Hey guys,
cold,
look,
though.
Gormir thinks he's people.
Cuddle puddle time.
You're so cold though that you can't get it up, so you're not even horny. You're just like really, really cold. Oh look,
It's like
naked
one
pillow fight,
perpetual
whatever.
cold
This is
shower.
just fantasy fuel for later.
Save it in the spank bank.
You may all rest without any interruption whatsoever.
Oh.
Those who purely rested regain full HP, full MP. Those who stood guard get full MP.
Cool. That's all I needed.
Super.
So
Who stood guard?
I did.
Okay.
Because I was at full health. I just needed to do MP. I was just mostly doing this to get dragged.
Upon waking up, I go and activate my fairy.
Cool. Everybody take 100 XP for returning to this room that was locked. Purely optional, but you wanted to have the completionist route, and I appreciate it.
Ding.
Yeah? Wow.
You gave so many XPs for it.
Oh yeah, you got a shitload for those riddles.
Yeah, we got 100 for finding that place. So, yeah. I'm pretty close. I'm 460 away.
I just hit 6,000.
6,245.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll reactivate, or if because I would have put it down, Arcane Shield and Fairy. So, puts me, that's 14 MP that I'm saving each time, but just in case. Do I really want Arcane Shield? Screw it, I already said I'm doing it. So it brings me to a total of 38.
Do you level 2?
No, I'm a ways away, just the next closest.
Alright. It is free reign to you guys.
Back to the skylight door.
Yeah. Our last door.
Most definitely.
To the
Skill
very
sheet, yo.
to the very last door that you guys are aware of. You use your third key, place it into the double lock.
We need to wait for Jenny to level.
Only if she wants us to.
Jenny, do you
But
want
this
to wait
this
for-
is actually going to be more of setting because you
Oh,
guys
gotcha,
have to figure
my bad.
out what's on the other side.
I just straight up assumed, you're going to run into a boss fight.
No. You guys open the door and you are in the biggest room yet. It is very large, very tall ceiling, and it's quite square. And in the
Quite
middle,
square.
there is a ring
I like that.
of 7 tiles.
Oh.
Kind of like a pie, but not quite all touching. They're just rotated in a circle. And there is...
Are they shaped like pie slices?
No.
Oh.
There are Greek letters of alpha and A, B, C, D, E, F, and G
Alpha, beta, whatever.
all the way around.
Alpha, beta, gamma,
ABC.
delta, epsilon, theta. I don't
Feta, yeah.
know. I think that was in order.
Feta cheese.
Feta cheese.
And then on the other side are a very large set of double doors that are very, very tall and have very ornate carvings in the wood of snowflakes, of scenery, of trees, of a hillside. It's very gorgeous. And logically speaking, you know that this is likely, on the other side, is Khionne's throne room.
Sick.
You also can see from here that there are several scatterings of papers all around that doorway.
I want to look at all of them.
Several of them are ruined, unfortunately. There is one that says, "My lady will not leave her throne room. She has frozen the grand doors shut from the inside. I beg her to open and she shouts at me to leave. She tells me she is building and working. I cannot fathom what she may be working on. She does not take to projects like Athena takes to weaving. I can hear her talking to others in the throne room, but never hear answers to her musings. I do not believe she is alone inside, but it seems impossible for others to enter the castle anywhere now that we are underground. I believe that I may be losing her." And then there is one tucked almost underneath the doorway that's just a single line that says, "My lady is dead."
Is there a corpse off to the side wearing a fedora?
No.
Milady.
Oh, I got it. Triggered.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Good times. So,
I would like to examine the tiles for any markings.
it's the 7 Greek letters you said, right?
Yes. The 7 tiles have the 7 Greek letters on them. 1 letter per tile.
They match up with the notes.
Do they?
Do they?
I completely forgot to mention something in the kitchen. Shit.
Is it too late to retcon?
No. The note that's the note that you didn't read that came off the body.
Oh, we didn't read it.
I have this.
Chords!
What? Alright. Okay.
Oh, musician. A character
Cool.
can now play instruments.
You want to cross class into a bard right now? Do you want all of these musical things that we've been doing in this temple to be the thing that taught you how to play music?
Character building.
Okay. These are me, Jeff, the musician outside of the game, recognizes these.
Could we, from what we've learned in this temple, infer what these would relate to on the tiles? Or is that beyond our characters?
Yes, I will say yes because you have been told what the notes are on Cage and on In the End, and so you could then then infer those notes or chords where they sit on the lines. So you could be all like, this is an A, this is a G, this is an E.
I think I know what this is, but I don't actually know the notes of it. But surmising from our friendship and what I know about you, I think I know what this is. I know musically what this is. And I'm not gonna say it out loud because I feel like I shouldn't. But
It's not fun.
yeah, these are intervals of sixths in an ascending pattern, which is actually quite reminiscent of what I actually believe it is, and it's in the same rhythm. So I think I know what it is, but I don't know 100% because I don't know if those are actually the right notes of the melody that I think it is.
He just explained that as best he could without telling us what he thinks it is.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
I kind of want to have us all stand on, or stand right next to, the tiles for these four notes and just hit them in sequence. Because it's the only thing we have that's four, and there's four of us.
It's true. Sure. Can I have some more water? Please, I'm sorry. I'm busy.
What would you like to play?
Would you like to play?
Let's do Cage first.
Probably be the easiest to just do Cage first, yeah.
So
yes, Kachi.
that would be 3-1. No, not 3. What am I thinking?
C-A-G-E.
Yeah, C-A-G-E. Well, I was thinking of it in the key of C, so I'm overthinking this way too much.
Who
The
stands
first one's probably A.
Who stands on each letter?
Oh, okay.
I'll stand on C.
Okay.
I'll
will
stand
say,
on
or
A.
I shouldn't say stand
I'll
on
stand on
because
A.
as soon as you
Fine.
step a foot on one of them, it sinks into the ground, and if you were to relieve the pressure, it slides back up.
Oh.
And as you put pressure down, you hear the note resound in the room.
Oh.
So, are all four of you stepping on one, or is one person doing all four?
Oh, I see. I don't know. Just everybody take one.
Yeah, why not?
Who takes what letter?
I'll go ahead and take C, I guess.
A.
Sure.
I'll take G.
I'll take E.
So then we'll go C, A, G, E.
Pyra. An iron cage appears around you,
Oh,
Meh.
great.
barbed and bloody,
Ooh.
and spouts of ice start shooting at you, and you scream in pain
No.
Wow,
as
who
the
could have seen that
cage
coming?
deals you critical damage.
No.
Yeesh.
The fuck?
All of you witness this and look on in horror as your damage dealer mage, your friend, your love, your Pyra.
You're
Screams
pyromaniac.
at all of you to end it all, dealing her 24 damage.
Jesus Christ.
That did.
The cage disappears,
Alive.
and you are so shocked by this onslaught that you are on the ground, not dead yet.
I'll rush over and start healing her.
Okay.
Heal for 18.
Nothing happens to the three of us.
Mm-mm.
Aren't you so glad you got assigned the last note?
I'm so glad. Because I writhe in pain on the floor.
Without
I
love.
just... Okay. I can't say what it is, but I just realized why I wasn't 100% sure of that, and it just made sense to me musically. Because...
You can just play it, Jeff, and I can tell
No.
you, yes, okay, fine. What do you guys want to do now?
I don't want to play in the end, because in the end it's not even going to matter.
We should play in the end, I guess. I kind of feel like that should be done last
My
time. 'cause it
character's
should
very
be in
grumpy
the
right
end.
now.
I feel like the chords are the thing that's actually going to get us through, because that's what we found just outside the door. I could be wrong. I don't know. I picked the last one and it went brilliantly, so...
Pyra refuses to do anything else.
The chords are in an ascending pattern, so hopefully that means the cage will ascend.
Well, the cage disappeared, didn't it?
Yes.
Oh.
Desaparecido.
Let's do in the end.
Okay.
Do you want me just to hum it?
I will say, for the sake of accuracy of the timestamp and for the different notes, you will need the help of your teammates to step on different intervals of the notes.
In the right timing.
Yes.
Wow.
So,
Oh, because they're like so far separated.
yes. So,
right.
I'll take care of this for you. You all do so, but I'm just giving you setting to know that it was all a group effort
Yeah. Okay, got
to
it.
do it.
Got it.
Once you complete it, the doors crack as the ice breaks that was sealing them, and the doors can now be opened the way you came and the way forward.
I don't want to play the other one on the off chance that it does something to Khionne.
Yeah.
And try it?
Yeah.
So these are chords
Yeah,
that
so
will
we'll have
then
to hit 'em.
require two people at a time to do it at the same time.
So maybe we take the first note, they take the second note, we run over and grab the third chord, and then somebody's got to hit the fourth single note, right? Because it was 3.
So there's a total of 3 chords. It's just that the middle 2 chords are played twice. So there's
Oh, it's not
there's
3 different ones.
So
Got it.
yeah, I mean there's 3 different pairings. So there's
Oh, because
4 groupings, but the second and third grouping
so
is the same.
we hit it, they hit the next 2, we go hit the third.
But it's not actually the same in the song, but anyway. If it is what I think it is, which I'm pretty sure it is. Okay. Are you going to play it?
Yeah.
Great.
Let's do this. Oh.
Is it the same note twice? In the middle of it?
It's not.
Yeah.
It's da, 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 da. Is
Yeah.
it, but it's all the same.
chromatic. But the 7 tiles can't, like, he had no way of implementing like sharps and flats
Yeah.
because it's a chromatic ascending pattern.
Don't worry about it. As you complete the treasure sound, there is a chest that appears off yonder between both doors and off to a different wall, and there is a large chest with a hole, a square-shaped hole in its top. Got it.
I'll put my snowflake talisman into the hole.
You put the snowflake talisman into the hole of this chest, and it instantly opens. And inside, there is a frosty,
From Wendy's?
3 feet long. A frosty, 3 feet long scepter.
Wow.
It is not a rod. It is not a wand.
It's like a mace.
A scepter, no, kind of like a mace, but it's not a melee weapon. It
Okay.
can be, I guess.
It's for
But
royalty.
as you reach in and grab it, you can feel the ice crystals on it, and it's kind of uncomfortable to hold. But then as you hold it, it becomes more comfortable. The end or the back end has an icicle spike that comes out, and then the top has like a hard, I'm gonna say like a crown coming out made of spikes.
Mm-hmm.
This is Khionne's scepter.
Hey, Pyra. You got stabbed by a cage. Do you want the consolation prize?
Yes.
You get Khionne's scepter.
Cool.
Khione.
2 N's.
Damn.
Khione.
Yes, Khionne.
Man, I'm really glad I didn't mention Khionne in the video description in the last one because I would have completely murdered that.
Khionne's scepter has the ability Diamond Dust stored inside.
Hey,
Ooh. Sick.
it's really good.
Holy shit.
Can you only use it once?
Do you recognize
No,
that name,
you can
dude?
use it as many times as you have
You know
MP
summon
for.
Shiva from Final Fantasy?
Mm-hmm.
That's her move.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright.
That.
Problem is, it costs 48 MP.
Right. Is it like bound into the scepter like it casts from that, or does it use Pyra's MP?
Yeah, oh, it uses her MP. Damn. Yeah.
Otherwise, fuck, that'd be broken. You can use it once per year, otherwise.
All right. Diamond Dust deals 4d12 plus 24
40, 12, 24. Okay.
to 20 meters diameter.
Nice.
And the origin point is from you, so a 10-meter radius around you, I'll say.
Oh, it's centered on the scepter.
It's centered on you.
Okay. Okay, cool.
And there's no friendly fire. The cost is 12 MP.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a really, really good ability.
That's like a melee get out of jail free card.
It is also 1d6 plus 2 melee damage if you use it as a melee weapon. Yeah. It has a spike on the end.
It's like you freeze everybody with diamond dust, they just go.
It's funny, I just realized I also got Fire Trap. It's got some cool stuff.
So,
So
but the
this-
scepter would replace your.
No, so
rod,
that's a
no?
good point. It's not a rod, so you cannot zap with it. It also does not increase your MP or magic. It is a simple weapon that you can have on your belt, kind of like a lightsaber, and you can switch if you want
Oh my god.
more
Okay.
easily. But
Holy
no, it is not a zap weapon.
Even better that
Okay.
I don't have it then, because I have that belt that doesn't let me put weapons on my belt. So that was
Ooh.
perfect.
Give it to
Yeah.
Undyne
No.
for no reason.
Yeah. Is that the only thing that was in the chest? I'll ask for agate's sake. Was there gold?
400 XP. I mean, sorry, gold. Wow, 400 gold XP.
Golden experience points,
Sick.
which are
Not-
doubled.
Not
so
XP.
800 XP.
Not no. It's 400 gold.
So everybody gets a hundo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I
And
can do
because
that
you
now.
completed this optional part and actually did all 3 songs, I will give you 200 more XP.
Super.
Thank you.
Damn. So close. I love it.
It was really killing me not to name those
I know, Jeff.
passages
I know.
the whole time.
I was wondering if you'd be able to just read them and know what they were. So it does kill me that you read Cage and instantly just like, oh, that smells Cage. I'm like, motherfucker!
Yeah.
Like if you didn't know much about music and just saw that, you're just like, okay. But like
I was
you
gonna be like,
two
it
would,
spells something, but
you two would read it and go like,
Okay.
okay, well this is a trap. Like, this smells Cage. We probably shouldn't use this.
well,
But whatever.
well,
You
it
wouldn't
is-
know.
Yeah.
And really it's thematic because now she's hurt.
Yes.
I thought it was for some reason I thought I was going to put like Khionne in a cage. I don't know why.
Do you guys proceed to the throne room?
No, we put baby in a corner. Yes.
Do you guys leave?
Alright, so I just want to say, before going to the throne room, don't use Khionne's scepter on Khionne if we end up fighting her. I think that would be a bad choice.
No promises, but
Might be
We'll see.
over.
Promise.
Probably absorbs ice. Nada, not bad.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious.
I'll fade
Are
my
you
balls.
Done.
No, I am dunce. Ow.
Yes,
That's the
I will
extent of most
proceed
of our
to the
conversation.
throne room.
We'll proceed.
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 Proceed. You guys all form up in front of the double doors of ice and snow. Grab a hold and yank. And you are hit with a blustery wind that knocks you back almost to the 100-acre wood. And you move in. This is a almost glacial throne room. Like, obviously there's been ice and snow and powder and it's frosty. It's been uncomfortable this entire time. Duh.
Fresh pow.
But this is the most intense center of it. You can even see a ghost of like a radiating spot in the middle of this throne room, as if something exploded in here at some point. I want to point out that also during none of these notes that you've collected, there's not been any date stamp. There's been no evidence of how long ago any of these events happened. This could have happened earlier today. This could have happened a month ago. You don't know. And based on the speed of which these chitin-wearing fools were freezing over, it could have been any time that people were dying and freezing over.
Fuck.
As you enter, you see a few steps leading up to a private seat, which was obviously Khionne's chair. And the throne is empty. There is no soul sitting on its poof. However, off to its side, touching its very top, is a man, kind of running his hand down the side, admiring it. And as he hears you enter, he kind of turns his face halfway to kind of look at you with like one eye. And he smiles from the visible side of his face. And he looks back at the throne, and he's wearing kind of handmade, makeshift robe / jacket that you get the impression that he made it himself. And he finally turns towards you fully, and you can't tell if it's a mask or like a birthmark gone wrong, or like if he's part draconian or what's going on, but he has this eyepiece that goes around his left eye that juts out from his face like they're either feathers or scales, but they have this pointed like upturn, like going that direction.
Your wings are so on point.
And it's only one. And he looks down at you, and he has a falchion on his left side, and he's like, "Hi. Great to see you again.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
Ceremony of the Star. You were all beat up, and
Oh, he was
I
one of the guys.
took my friends away. Anyway, what brings you here?
Adventure. And you?
The soul.
Oh.
Oh, so you have it then.
No, I can't find it, actually.
It's a problem.
But I think we're having actually a bigger problem here. I was here first, but I admit that I cheated.
And how'd you do that?
I teleported it.
You bitch.
Yeah, I know.
Did-
So I'm aware that I'm being a little unfair, and you probably went through quite a bit more than I did. So, what are we going to do about this? Let me think. So, we could have a contest.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we could see who really, like, deserves the soul.
I'm good at riddles.
Damn, you beat me to it.
I'm not really good at riddles, so it's not really my thing.
Riddle competition.
What is in my pocket? I think I have a proposal. If you can beat me, you get the soul. If I beat you, I get it.
You don't know where it is.
It has to be somewhere in this room. This is where she died.
Well, I don't want to like fight you for no reason. Like, what if we kill you?
It's not for no reason. The soul's gonna change the world.
Is it a yodeling contest? Instead of fighting.
Sorry, whatever child is sleeping.
No, we don't want to do
Danny's-
that because what is left of the ice is going to break.
I do like that sound though.
What if you're lying? What if you have the soul and you're gonna use it against us?
Dear heart, do you see anything glowing on me?
It could be
Oh, but there's
within
something
you
flaming.
or something.
Your duty.
You might have a hiding mechanism of some sort.
Well,
Tee-hee.
okay, not me there. I do actually have like a moleskin pouch, but I am not hiding anything from you. At least physically.
Oh.
I mean, do you have a better plan?
Less fighting.
Do you want to fight?
No.
No.
I'm
So
not
then
gonna...
just go ahead and
I
leave
didn't
and
say.
leave it to us.
I didn't say anything about me fighting. Come on now.
Beating.
Wait, what?
He would fight you.
Ah.
And out of the ice
Oh.
is a frozen, pure, beautiful blue wyvern that just comes out of the ground and like pulls itself out of the ice, and its frozen wing claws rake towards you guys as it towards all of you, especially towards Angoromir. And he says, "Meet Tony.
It's only.
I've had him since I was 13.
He's great.
If he can beat you,
Bada bing.
then I get the soul.
Well, he's a wise
I am
guy.
nothing but fair."
Yep, okay,
Can
let's do
I
this.
put
Fuck
my
it.
claymore?
You don't have the
Because
strength
I'm.
of
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Shit, you
leveled!
Also, when you level up, you get full MP, full HP. I'm not sure if that mattered, but there it is. He says, "Great." And Tony instantly ice breaths all of you.
Oh, that's a fucking... I thought he said he was fair.
He is. He has higher dex.
What a horse cock.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm unhappy.
Yeah, right.
You're not a horse.
Ka-cha!
All of you are dealt 18 ice damage.
Oh my god.
17.
16 for me, because 10%
And so it breathes down on the ground to radiate it out to all of you. And then once it's done, it puts its neck up so its head is out of sword reach. It is player phase.
The ice resistance 10%.
Yes, it does apply here. Good job. Ice resistance does count for this.
Mm-hmm.
So what is my?
Oh, speaking of which, though, you need to give me a frostbite check in the face of that attack. What's that?
Then what is my damage instead?
So 18, 10%. So you're
1.8.
taking 16 now instead.
Wait,
I rolled a
so-
9 plus 1 Constitution for 10.
Oh, shit, I would have only taken 15 damage.
What'd you roll? I'm
And
sorry.
A 9 plus 1 for 10.
You are slowed. Okay. All right, Agate. It is your turn first. That's a weird sound.
Oh.
Ah,
I have to use two hands for claymore.
There's
right?
an old one.
It's a two-handed weapon, yeah.
Okay.
So with two-handed weapons, your stuff changes a little bit. Some good, some bad. The bad part is that you're not dual wielding, so you're not getting like your stats, more than once. But when you hold a weapon two-handed, you get +2 defense bonus, and half of your strength is added to your attack roll.
Two-handed. Go! I need to play a two-handed character again after this. I miss it. Especially now that you buffed it. I haven't played it since you buffed it.
It's a really viable option. Then.
For sure, yeah.
Look at me speaking like a creator.
I need you to repeat the stats for me in just a second, because I was too busy trying to remember to put all this shit back and
Yeah,
put this shit and whatever. So, like, what? No, okay, what I need is the pluses.
Alright, so
It's +2
you got
defense?
+2 defense, as long as you're
Okay.
using it two-handed. And then your attack roll is increased by half of your strength. So your attack roll is going to be really high, because you have 7 dex, I believe. So that's 7 plus 4 is 11. Plus, I think you have arm straining, which makes it 13.
To hit.
Yeah. So your D20 attack roll is increased by 13. So you're not going to be missing. Like, hardly ever.
Yeah. Never played. I should.
Never played what?
Never played Witcher 3. Even though it's considered to be like one of the best RPGs
Right?
and games ever.
It's
But I've
so good.
never played
I
it.
love it.
It's daunting.
It's
Yes.
huge.
Because I
But you guys
really
love
want to play
Skyrim.
it too. Yeah.
Yeah, but Skyrim's great because you can do anything.
Skyrim-
Witcher has, like-
Ditto Witcher.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Skyrim came out at a time in my life where I was able to do anything.
Fair.
That is a very good point.
Fair. Very
Came
true.
out, that
Very
shit
good
came
point.
out when I was technically living with my parents. That was a long time
Me
ago.
too.
Oh,
Man.
I lived with my parents for a
Yeah.
long time.
Hey, so did I.
Yeah.
So
no,
did I.
Worked out.
I'm
Anyway.
24.
I'm Maui.
Now wedge.
Our wings up together.
Alright, so
Okay.
you're good?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. There's an ice wyvern staring you down, going.
You said it reared its head up, so the head's at a range.
Smart.
It's like that Kingdom Hearts Chain
It
of
was a
Memories
half-
battle
a
with
half
Maleficent,
strength attack
and she's just like,
Yes.
no,
Okay.
even though my head's my weak point.
Just
So
remember that you're you can
No.
even write.
No, I wrote all you to write.
Oh, okay.
I just needed to make sure.
Kingdom Hearts is annoying
To
because you
describe
only
it,
deal
so I
damage
don't-
by hitting a
So
Oh,
I
okay.
remember where these
parts
fucking in
of the
parentheses
thing.
things came from.
Got it.
Okay, sick. Sorry.
God damn
I'm
it.
so sorry. Okay, I gotta use my fucking huge sword. What am I gonna call it?
Claymore?
I erased the names. Oh,
Clay Aiken.
No. No, God, that's terrible. Okay, I'm gonna use my new sword. I'm just like swinging thing. Yeah.
Jenny,
13 plus
Because of your
9.
dice, it's a
13.
game war.
What? A game war.
Because of your rainbow dice.
Game war.
13
that's
plus
awesome.
7.
No,
It hits.
13 plus 13, actually.
It hits.
I had it with my Gamar.
Cool.
Damage.
This is the homosexual agenda crunch.
Oh, no, it's 46. That's a lot.
It is.
$27.
27 damage.
Blammo.
Damn. Damn-o.
And Goromir.
Should've got 12.
Beat that.
I charge in, but like, am I able to reach it?
Yes.
Because it was like someone right in front of us. Okay. Great. I cast Smite as an instant action. It is successful, and then I attack. His head's reared up. I'm pretty tall, so I imagine I can still like strike it in like the chesticle region. Super. 14 plus 6 is 20. And it's Smite, so it crits, and that's going to do... I've done that before, it's 25. 25 holy.
Okay. Inicia.
Man, y'all kind of got hit pretty hard. Knowing how the team is and where the glass cannons are, I'm going to cast Flash Heal on Pyra. Cast.
My heroic strike is like 49.
Yeah. Does a lot of damage.
That's
Jeez.
amazing.
And I have combo.
That's 10.
Thank you. 10.
Good.
So you heal for 10.
Fuck that thing up, man.
Yeah, 11.
Thank
So
you.
I'm gonna do it
that's
next.
however much damage. It was an ice breath that it hit us with, right? Okay, so
I can shield into meeting them. Yeah.
it's 4
What?
MP.
What?
Wait a minute. I forgot I had to do math. I was 33, so 29. I forgot that I already cast one spell. Oh man, do I risk that? Yeah, I'm just gonna wait that out. That's a stupid idea. You got hit with frostbite. What's that doing to
I'm
you?
just slowed.
Slowed.
It actually doesn't really affect me too much unless I need to move around. which I don't think the wyvern's going to be moving around too much.
Okay, I'll burn
Unless
the
it
bridge
starts
when I
flying,
come to
then,
it. Yeah,
I'm not
then
gonna
we
be
all
able to
have
help.
issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to risk falling. I'm going to cast heal on myself. Cast. Damn, almost a spell burst, actually.
Nice.
The song, sorry.
Not very thematic
4
with
plus-
D&D.
What's that?
Not very thematic with D&D.
Are you kidding, man? This is BFG division. This is amazing for D&D.
Yeah.
Right?
The guy on the throne, like,
My falchion is so erect right now.
he's actually like strumming on his falchion.
It's like a douchebag water guy from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Demix.
Fuck that guy. And I'm going to use my minor action to just kind of spread out from the party so that another breath attack won't hit me if it aims for everybody else as well. Okay.
Hyra.
I'm gonna cast fire.
Right.
Can I use combo to do a second heroic
I
strike?
want to point something out
What's that?
because you are
Can I use combo
still
to do a
sort of a
second
beginner
heroic
with
strike,
this
or do I have
game.
to do
So,
it
fireball
normally
with
with
that
combo?
radius, because this is considered a large enemy. If
It
you cast
is-
fireball with
Oh, I
such
see-
a tight
I see what you're asking.
radius,
Mm-hmm.
it would
So
also
you're
receive
wondering
its own
if
splash
you can do
damage.
heroic strike and then combo.
Does that make
and
sense?
Heroic strike.
So, like, it hits,
Unfortunately,
it takes
a
the detonation
named-
damage and,
and
the
the
splash.
splash.
a named
because it's
ability
so
can only be used
large.
once
So
per
it
turn.
basically
Only-
get hit twice
Otherwise,
with
you'd be
one
able to
spell.
just chain instance
Fireball,
all day.
not fire.
Okay.
Because fireball,
So,
remember,
There's
if
ideally-
you, if
hit
you
normally with
cast it
combo?
at an area,
Ideally, you
it
would
hits,
heroic
but it
strike,
also is like, and
combo,
nearby enemies also
or
receive splash
regular
damage of a certain
Combo
amount.
into
Oh,
heroic strike.
Because
Okay.
it's so
depending on
large,
how-
it will receive the
how
ignition,
you
or ignition, the igniting,
visualize
and
your character
also
attacking.
the splash.
Okay.
What is the splash damage for Fireball? Should I have it written down? Is it different or is it just 3d4 again?
It is something. It sure is something.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely something.
It is numbers.
It is a thing equal to, it's a 5-meter radius, splash damage. Jeff, you don't have splash damage anymore.
What did it? Well, what does it say? Just read it.
5-meter radius, 3d4 plus magic burning damage dealt to target dash fire damage within radius.
Okay. Yeah. So
so fire
Oh,
damage
it's
is
just
radius,
fire damage
burning
with the radius.
damage.
Got it.
yeah, the focal. Yeah. So the targeted
I
point
see.
takes
So-
double damage essentially.
I'm being completely. I'm just going to explain it out. If you cast fireball on it, it would get hit for the damage you roll, and that again instantly, and receive a burning tick next turn.
Oh, well
So
then.
basically 12d6. No, 9d6.
Wait, what?
94!
94, yeah, it will receive 94 damage.
No. So the
I'm allowing this a very specific way
because of the burst.
because of how the burst and how
Got it.
big it is.
Got it.
Yep.
Well then, yeah, I'm gonna cast fireball
Oh, why?
for the fun of it.
Okay.
Because it's all shits and giggles until somebody
You
giggles and
cast
shits.
it 11 times. Roll 3d4, please.
Never heard that one, huh?
Shart.
It's a good one, right? I shart.
3,
I shart on the dragon.
5,
Jesus.
7, 8,
Tried.
plus
Dragons are
11.
fucking
Shit.
19, so
19.
38.
And then it'll take that again.
Stop it! God, Jeff.
Damn.
Gotcha.
Ew.
So maybe hang on like a game on.
All right. Enemy phase. You guys ready?
No.
The guy up on the throne says, I feel like people are watching us. Probably the pun police. Don't make any puns. They may come and attack you. Just saying. It is pretty frosty in here. Don't let me give you the cold shoulder.
Oh God, why God? It's me.
They're going to punish you.
He says they haven't shown up yet. You, however, you say that and you feel something tickle your ankle. You're like, God. Ah.
It's ice ants. It's like fire ants, but colder. I'm such an ice hole. I'm not gonna stop.
There's a being that emerges out of one of the ice clusters next to you guys and starts walking towards you.
Yeah, shit.
What sort of being?
It's an
Pun
ice
police.
being. It's an ice puppet. Then the wyvern swipes in in long swiping gestures from the left and the right,
That's pretty.
aiming directly at the two of you.
Oh, we don't even know.
Yeah, no.
We don't even know yet. I'm about ready to get my.
You're leaving Jeff hanging, yo.
Oh, sorry.
God.
You are dealt 16 damage, Jeff.
From one attack?
Yes. And you are dealt 15. Trevor, one of the swipes knocked the ice puppet to the ground. It was destroyed.
What a travesty.
That's so stupid. Of it.
It was really...
What a travesty.
Its brain is made of ice, though.
It's enraged.
Travesty.
So I have 14 out of 45
Ice-T.
HP.
Player face.
You're low.
Yes,
Duly
but
noted.
I shall do the adrenaline rush as a thing now. So it's cool.
So you'll do heroic strike now. Do
Yeah,
even more
I'm
damage.
Heroic strike, the wyvern.
BFG division.
Ooh, the 3.
But it goes
What's your dex?
It is 13 at the moment.
Her attack bonus is plus 13, so that's a 16.
It hits. God. Wow.
Isn't that nuts?
She
my
does
gosh.
have a lot of strength and dex, to be fair.
And
Oh,
arms
I have
training.
8 strength,
Yeah.
7 dex.
So, you heroic strike it? What damn would that be?
It's 49 plus the adrenaline rush makes it 52.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you want the BFG division? That's our BFG.
Yeah, I swore.
The wyvern swivels its head directly at you and, like, leers at you. It's at point blank range as your turn ends.
No, because I'm gonna combo and hit it again.
Okay.
18, motherfucker.
It's a 31 attack roll.
I say, as your turn ends, you're like, no. Flurry.
You die.
No, you die. You die.
Oh,
26.
26?
Yes.
So you just did 78 damage in one turn at level 5. 6.
He's going to hit me real hard.
He's okay.
I don't
I've
have
been meaning to
tongues.
tell you, I've been replaying Coder 1, and now I'm reading things in a way that I never have before, and now I really understand why my character always effing missed.
Because you had no strength.
Because I had the stats all wrong, and it was like, whenever you use Flurry, your next attack will receive a -6 to attack, and I'm like, I spammed Flurry like crazy.
All the time, right?
All the time.
You actually hit way more reliably if you just let the guy swing it every once in a while. Throw his, zinger in there.
And I never knew, because I didn't have the patience to
Freaking
read.
same, bro. It wasn't until I played.
God, shut up.
Hey, it's okay.
I was like 11.
Guess what? My most embarrassing. This is worth it. My most embarrassing gaming moment ever is I played Kingdom Hearts 1, and I didn't know I could buy items from shops until about halfway through the game.
I could one up you on that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
that's-
Yeah.
I didn't know you could switch the keyblades out. I
Oh.
didn't know you could add abilities. I didn't know you could buy stuff.
That's
I
hard
was going
mode.
hardcore in
Yeah.
the entire game.
So she had the
That
Kingdom
sounded
Key
like
with
me.
no potions and
Yeah.
no abilities.
Yeah, that sounded like me about a third of the way through the game or so. And then I realized you can do abilities and stuff. And then about halfway through the game, I was like, "What the fuck is all this shit in this shop?"
I got my potions!
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And Goromir.
Hi.
There is a wyvern screaming at this little agate person.
I'm not
Well,
little. I'm like
I don't really
16.
care because
By
I don't.
comparison,
I don't have tongues. So
Great tent. I'm just kidding.
You will call for Jinxa if she does not show up.
I'm eating marshmallows.
nice.
she shows up. Yeah, alright.
All right.
She shows up and she's just like,
Well,
I never fought a dragon.
I mean,
Actually, I
I
did.
raised one.
I raised
this,
one.
yeah, this is.
Good times.
It's true. This is just free reign for me to do as much damage as possible, I guess. Because there's no way I'm drawing aggro.
hell no.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna activate Smite.
Good thing I have a potion on my belt.
2
Hey, your
is
humor
a
hasn't gone yet.
fail.
That's all chill.
So I'm going to attack. 4 plus 6 is 10.
It does not hit, or I will say
Damn.
it pings off.
Yeah. I'm just like, what? And I'm slowed, so technically I don't have a minor action to use a potion.
Dionysia.
I'm gonna cast Regen on Agate. I'm kidding.
Angora Abbott.
Angoriga.
Angorica.
I thought that was a 1 for a second. It's a 9, so that casts. So you heal just magic for 3 turns. So you heal for 13 right now.
Cool.
And I'm gonna cast Flash Heal on you in a moment.
Right now.
Cool.
Right now.
You're gonna have to warn me every time.
That's 7.
Yeah.
It's down to 22 MP, and then Flash Heal also on Agate. 6, that casts. And that's less impressive, so that is heal for another... Oh, wait, shit, my willpower is 9 now. Fuck, I've been doing my math wrong. Willpower doesn't matter, I'm looking at magic. Never mind, I'm being really dumb. Wow, heal for 8 right now.
Sweet.
So then over the next 2 turns, you'll heal for an additional 22.
Thank you.
Whoever took the diadem, can you name it the diadem of the Sphinx or Sphinx's diadem or something like that, please? So
Yep,
I can have
got
some
you.
sort of note of where it came from.
When am I even fall?
It's the Svaz diadem.
Just freaking trying.
Just name it with a question mark. And then the Spanish upside down question mark in the beginning.
Okay.
That is surprisingly hard to draw the upside down one.
Yeah. With your handwriting? I'm kidding.
That makes it even worse. Minor action, continue moving away from this mofo.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Do you make another pun?
Not yet.
Okay. Pyra.
Is it
Your 19 triggers.
Oh, yeah.
You've done so much damage to this thing in a very small amount of time.
That's okay.
And it
We just don't know
it
how
looks
much.
pissed, but it doesn't look like it's falling apart.
Yep. I figured it's...
I mean, it's like on fire.
Fireball
and stack the burning damage up, man.
Yeah.
That's how you get those big deeps as a fire mage.
Hey, you were asking me about puns? That's hot.
10.
Yeah, you could do better.
Smoking.
The wyvern takes its attention off of Agate and slides towards you.
And like slowly, whatever snarl it has just goes like...
Like, really, really, really.
I guess I have to eat you next.
God.
So, it casts, so what is the damage?
4. 5. 6 plus 11. 17.
Something.
It's still gonna be 51 damage when all is said and done.
Alright. The man up atop is now sitting in Khionne's throne with one leg over his other knee, and he's like, "You guys are really good, Tony. Show him your tail."
I'm gonna cut it off.
Make him work for it, Travis. Wait for it.
Boom. Yes,
Ew. Oh, that's sad. Poor
he has
Tony.
sex with his ice dragon.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna judge, but it's
There's a
not like
Twilight
it.
reference in there somewhere.
You just absolved me of all of my pun negatives. With that one fucking look, and you know it.
Okay.
Don't make me scream in your mind.
The wyvern leaps in the air as it's spinning itself in a counterclockwise direction and whips across all of you with its icy tail that just happens to have icicles inside of its tip.
Cool.
Just the tip, though.
Sweeping
Watch me
strike.
whip.
Yeah, watch
And the
me whip.
wyvern's like, and watch me. Okay.
Sweeping ice strikes.
All of you receive 11 physical ice damage. It does receive the resistance.
10%.
So it'll be 10.
Okay.
10.
So
I
I actually
take
take
10.
9, because fairy on top of my ice resistance.
The 10 damage drops me to 0.
You are aimed for.
Shit, boy.
Ooh, it misses you. Wait, what's your defense?
Aw.
It hits you. I'm sorry.
Oh god, I'm already on the verge of
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's hitting on me.
Wait, I thought I... Oh. I healed you, but you keep getting hit. Did you take a hit last round?
You're hit for
That's it.
20.
Oh, I'm
Tony.
It knocks you back and you hit the opposite wall, in other words, the double doors, and you slide to the ground. Are you like dead, or are you at 0 or below 0?
I'm below 0.
Wow, how much?
Oh no, by 6.
By 6.
Negative
So you're not
six.
dead.
Six.
You're just knocked out for now.
Really fucked up.
Okay.
And then it tries to chomp you.
Surprise!
Mm-hmm.
What's your defense?
I've seen worse. 8.
It bites you.
Ow.
Ow. That's the sound that Pyra made when she hit the other wall.
Onomatopoeia.
You are dealt 21.
Ow.
It is player
I
phase.
have 4.
It's,
You got a lot. You got some work.
But
to
I
do.
have potion, dude.
You're gonna want to use that because I gotta cast life on
Okay.
Pyra. So
What
I'll
is
be
it,
able to
6?
I'll be able to
Okay.
flash heal you, but that's not very big heals.
What is using a potion off of your belt? Is that a major action?
Minor.
minor?
Minor. So I
As
can
long as it's
still,
on your
like,
belt.
heroic strike it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, alright.
Would you
Yeah.
guys mind terribly if I went? Oh no, it's.
You
Never
can.
mind.
I will allow you to go first. If the rest of the party will let you go first.
You guys
I don't
are
have a
okay with
choice.
Go first.
that? Okay, I'm gonna
I'm
cast.
knocked out.
Wait, you're knocked out.
Yeah, I'm at
Okay.
0.
Oh fuck!
Oh.
Yeah,
I do 25 damage.
she does a lot more.
She does
I'm gonna cast
9d4.
life. Please God, don't let this spell fail. My spell fail rate is 10%.
You rolled it. What was that? A 2?
That's a 2.
Well.
A for effort.
Yep.
Cast flash heal on Agate.
Ooh, that's a crit.
Did you take your extra 13 from regen after your
So
turn?
what's that? What's
My
the roll?
turn,
For,
I did-
Oh, your
Half
turn's coming out.
magic,
Right.
So do full magic plus full roll. So 4 plus 13.
So you
17.
healed for 13 for the regen,
Mhm.
right? Okay, and then you heal for another, 17.
30. 34. Ooh, yay.
34, just 30.
Yeah, 30. She had 4.
Oh, got it.
Fuck off my
Can't
sheet.
believe the fucking life spell failed. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, well,
that's
I'll
rough.
hold off.
That's
on that.
really bad.
That's
not gonna
game
affect
changing.
me.
Absolutely game changing.
Puts me down to 14. I'm gonna quaff as a minor action my standard mana potion.
Okay.
Quaff. Craft! That I roll high. 15. So that brings
That's a
me back
good
up to
thing.
29. That is, yeah. God, I'm so mad about that other bit.
Well, happens, dude.
Alright, turn.
Agate, it will be your turn.
Agate dropped her sword. No.
Kill it. Kill it!
Kill it by fire! Okay, I'm gonna heroic strike again.
Kill it with game ore!
8
That
plus
hits.
13.
That hits.
20.
Sick! It's 49 again.
49.
Oh no, yes, it is 49 because I don't have the other
Oh,
thing.
because I healed you too
Yeah,
much.
it's fine. It's fine.
I healed you too good.
And then I'm gonna hit it again with my sword because I got combo. 10
That hits.
plus, yeah, it's a thing. Right.
23.
Yeah. Okay.
I wish I could show you the number that I'm looking at right now.
27.
27. Jeff, give me a constitution check, please.
Not 20, that shit.
Yeah. 13 total.
That is 1 loss. Pyra, give me 1 constitution check. This is a lead out check.
Oh, again.
15.
Unfortunate loss. At the end of her turn,
Trying,
her
guys.
last burning tick triggers, killing the wyvern.
Oh!
At the end, if you had not done that, it would have 3 HP left and get another turn.
Oh.
Oh my god.
So with that 17, it overkills it. Overkill!
Oh, Final Fantasy X, you so good.
Kilimanjaro!
Killtrocity.
Hey, I just want to say, like, damage over time is really useful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
My sword's awesome.
I think I prefer Electromancer and Pyromancer far over Cryomancer. And speaking as a person who played a Cryomancer.
Right?
Well,
You guys did some freaking deeps.
that was
Cryomancer.
fun, but it was mostly Shiva's summon that
Yeah.
did the most of my bulk.
Yeah, yours was just really good for the slows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cryo has
That's-
its place.
It has its
but
place.
it's not
Yeah,
the
it's
most
CC.
fun.
It's thematic. It's if you like the idea of going ice, and you did the exact right thing because since you realized that ice was the lowest damage of all three main element types, you chose summoning, which was the
high
perfect.
output. Yeah.
That was the perfect compromise. Anyway.
Yes, you may.
2 life spells.
You may right now.
It's a 3,
Both
but
cast.
thank God for improved casting. Okay, so and I do have enough. You alright?
Yeah.
Cool. Yep, so that's 16. Oh, it's a
Quarter
good thing I
HP?
took that, quarter. So you're back up to a quarter of your maximum HP.
Okay.
It's a good thing I quaffed that potion, otherwise I wouldn't have had enough. That's why I did that.
I have a shitload of potions, just in case.
God.
It has nothing to do with you.
No, that's smart,
I like
because
to
I can't
prepare.
be everywhere at once.
And it's something my character would do.
For sure. It's just a smart play.
He's alone
I
now.
also have to say,
Oh, yeah.
it was so freaking vital that Jenny turned level 6.
Oh my god,
And it kept
so
my
dead.
sword before
We
battle.
would be so dead.
That plus
Oh,
the
God.
fireball spell adding the extra fire damage
about the
What a
light
great
spell.
with
sword.
the radius.
I love
So
that
mad about that
sword.
light
Huge.
spell. Everything I'm gonna do from now on is just gonna be to get that spell fail rate down to nothing.
Great claymore. Game.
It becomes a real fear of a healer to have spell failure rate of
I mean,
anything.
and I even it was the last level that I went to 10% rather than 15. So
Yeah.
I was already working on improving it, and it just still wasn't enough.
What is everyone's level?
I am
8.
5.
No, failure.
5.
6.
Fivers receive 660.
Ding!
Nah.
Jenny, you receive 600.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's math that I don't want to do because I think I'm gonna mess it up. Because I am lay sleepy.
Ding.
I'm sorry, Tom. You said 660, correct? Thank you.
That's a ding-a-ling.
So many riddles.
Excuse me. Hey Jenny, what's the next level up threshold?
11,000.
Thank you.
Any gold?
No.
I loot.
No, yeah, there's a cutscene that just happened.
Oh, cutscene.
Did I stop you using?
Cutscenes.
Well, yeah, that reminds me. There were, back in the day, I didn't know that you could play Metal Gear Solid on easy. Yeah, that was my story to go with you guys.
Nice.
Stuff.
I'm trying to think of it. I'm
Helps.
sure I did.
There's a lot of extra shit in that game. I didn't know you could do it.
All right. The man steps off of Khionne's throne and walks down the 11 to 12 steps down to the ground and walks very comfortably towards all of you and actually applauds you. Not sarcastically, but just shakes his head and actually smiles and looks pleased.
I don't like him anyway.
And he says, proof. Time and time and time again. You prove that we are growing as a mortal generation. The Enclave is great. It is home for me. But it is limited in its scope of believing that they can find peace with beings that view us as less than shit. I implore you to understand that you are better than those you pray to. And I am saying this as a child of Athena. We are better than them. We do not have to fear our Gorgon halves. We do not have to fear our sexuality. We do not have to fear for the lives of our children if we uprise and create the weapon that can end them. Think about it. But either way, it's going to happen. One day they will fall, and one day we will be standing over them. But I'm imploring to you to help this process along. It's inevitable, but you could really make it happen a hell of a lot faster. And if you don't believe me, find the soul, and then find the next star that falls. And see how she responds to you. Because you were touched that night by a being that is better and greater than the gods. All of you were touched by the star's energy. That is why you are so great and grand. You are proof that you are better. And before before any of you can respond, he teleports away, allowing you to roam the throne room to look for the soul. And you get the wash of XP. And the room suddenly doesn't feel nearly as cold as it did before. And your mental what's wrong? Mental prowess can pick up on the energy of the soul coming from behind the throne room. And it occurs to you intuitively, this guy had power. This guy had magic, and also he was there at the moment of the Tsar's wish. It is very possible that he was lying about not being able to know where the soul was in this room, meaning he intentionally, quote-unquote, tested you, or like was proving a point of some sort, knowing that he was going to lose the soul to you guys. But he did it anyway.
It's a gambit to try and get us to join.
Yep.
And
that's my first thought, actually, that he knew where the soul was.
And you find it. It is against the wall, the far wall behind the throne. And there is a corpse of, you can't tell what race, you can't tell what gender this person is, but they are so, like, weathered down with cold and time and everything.
Decay.
But there is one last passage next to them that says, I held her as she faded from this world. I held her in my arms as her arms became ice. Her fingers fractured at the tips. Her lips became blue. And yet she could speak. She told me something I do not understand. She told me to plead with those who will enter this castle. Beg them to understand and take pause. Tell them, ask, and implore upon them to forgive. But who did she mean? There is no one here. I am alone in this dormant castle. I am alone, huddled into the corner of this throne room I once pridefully cleaned for her. To whom am I meant to share her message? To any that would come here, I would say that this was once the castle and home of Khionne, the Lady of Snow. The gods can be cruel, unfair, and incomprehensible, but there was once a single goddess, one glowing snowflake of an entity that lit up my life and gave me purpose. I beg you to forgive her for any wrong she did you. Once, in the hour of death, we can see all that we've done wrong, all the wrongs that we have committed. She knew then, as she died, that she had not been fair to all. I beg you to release her from the darkness in your heart and let my lady rest. Please forgive.
Wow.
And in the person's arms, arguably the most loyal servant that Khionne had that would never leave her, is a shining snow white soul pushed up against the person's chest. I'm ending session.
Oh, okay.
That's sad.
Bye-bye!
Damn, son. He bam.